I apologize for the slow delay there and the weirdness. Facebook has a whole thing. Like I feel like I'm a YouTube channel and doing a whole bunch of stuff. So I had to click a bunch of buttons, start all the T's. But we are now seeing the chat. I see Sean Woods here. What is up, Sean? How are you today? I see John. Yeah, Wrangler Jeans music. I'm really offended by that, I think. We'll address that with John directly. And Ichthia is here. Totally excellent. Hello, hello, hello. I am back online. That means that we have a Kickstarter live. That's right. Granite State Punk is live. Granite State Punk only poses for all the love. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to introduce some of my cool creators going on here. Drawing Talk says, I hate the weather in your state. Yes, our weather sucks. It rains when it wants to, and it's off. Yeah, you meta for the delay. What's up, folks? I was free hot body and rain like a mother. Yep, that's it. And Danny's here. So yes, I've got some great creators here tonight. We're going to talk about some comics. We're going to talk about my comic. We're going to talk about what's going on. We're going to talk about all sorts of stuff. I'm going to yell. We're going to get some backers. It's good week. It's Orange Cone Week, if you don't know. And when I say Orange Cone Week, the reason why that is because we have 5 books live right now. 5 different books in different platforms. 6 if you count Nightwolf, and 7 if you count. I think I'm in another anthology, Modern Mythology, for example. Like a lot of stuff. So we've got Granite State Punk. We got Brandon Bard just came out with Coins of Judas. The Gambler 2 just came out this week. In fact, Danny's right here. Grab my copy of Tyler's cover for the new Taylor. I like that. Tyler's cover for the new Coins of Judas. Love it. Stop lying. Like to us, Florida Drawn Talk. You're built like us. And then on the Orange Cone website, we also announced Cthulhu Invades Net Fairy Tales is live. Holiday Spirits, Christmas in July 3 just got announced on the website, and the Federal Sashcan. So I am throwing so many books at you, and I apologize. But let's not just talk about me. Let's talk about some of my friends here. John, explain this Wrangler Jean situation. You have us on mute.
Isn't that the music? Is it maybe it's Home Depot? It's like for this guy to get stuff done or something like that.
I was worried that it was going to be like Button Fly. You know, remember those button flies? You know, the men, like I didn't know why men had button flies. I was concerned about it. You know, when I'm just unzipping and the guy next to me is like doing like it's weird. It's weird, guys. Button flies are not the thing. Someone who has an opinion about button flies, Caleb, how do you feel about button flies?
I don't have an opinion on that.
Caleb, this is a serious matter that we're bringing up here. We're talking about Wrangler button flies. You have to have an opinion.
I don't know if I've ever owned a pair of Wrangler jeans. So,
what's your jean of choice? Are you a Levi man?
I'm like whatever the one that's on sale at Kohl's guy. Okay. So yeah.
You're a man of fashion. I like that and respect that.
That's right. That's right. Well, 2 years ago, or maybe more than that, I decided I was gonna do that thing that like Mark Zuckerberg does and just wear. I bought like 6 purple shirts, and I was just gonna wear that every single day, with the same like purple shirt, blue jeans. I was just gonna wear that every day, and there's like this whole thing about action economy and like I don't know. Anyway, it was dumb. I decided I wanted to put slightly more effort into my appearance than just purple shirt every day. So,
all right. I think you made a mistake. I'd like to see the purple shirt every day, but that's fine. I mean, you live your life. You live your life. What the hell? Someone in the chat said I really let myself go. That's rude. I mean, it's probably true though. Hell yes, a meeting of the minds. All right, who else do we got here? We have 2 newbies. So before I bring in the newbies, I'm gonna bring the single man of the hour. Rob Maltari's here, the Mr. Howling at the Moon himself, Mr. 10K right now with his trade, killing it.
Hello. Single man of the hour.
Yeah, Charlie said he couldn't come. Sorry, Rob.
But I mean, there's like what, a bunch of other guys here though.
I mean, I got this from Caleb today. Look at this.
Yeah, see,
Oh, look at that. Cool.
Fancy. Caleb delivers. Even got a little sticker. And I didn't report media mail. I wanted to let you know, Caleb. Like I wanted to report you, but I chose not to.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
somebody else will do that for you.
So,
Right.
I actually had a media mail report once and got sent back to me, and I was like, okay, so what's the deal? Nothing. You just got to pay to get it back. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
I'll
you have to pay to get it back.
That's it. That's it. That's the worst that happens to you.
Most
I'm
of the time,
gonna knock on wood on
charge
that 'cause I don't think I've ever gotten that.
I've had it twice. I've had it twice.
I also have had that once, and then the post office person really gave me a talking to. But I had to go to some weird warehouse building that wasn't the normal post office. You have to I don't know. I had to go on an adventure to get my package back, and this guy opens a little half door, and I have to tell him the password, and then he.
It's like Wizard of Oz guy at the Emerald
It's your
City.
next comic right here.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say so?
Come on in.
I'm not sure you went to the post office, Garrett, but that's
I mean, they had my package.
Clam chowder. At the red or the red?
he found like an underground ring that steals packages and puts notes and things like, come and get it. Like they don't steal packages. They just want to get money to give them back to
The
people.
first rule of Media Mail Club is you don't talk about Media Mail Club.
That's right.
All right. Next up, we're going to have my new friend here, Gerald, who's here. Gerald, where's the crickets? I like the crickets, and you went into another room, so I'll get no crickets.
I couldn't read between the lines, man. I was like, okay, Travis doesn't like the crickets. Let's go inside.
Oh, Jared, we're not going to get along if you can't read me. That's not going to work out.
I mean, I'm
doing?
traveling, so, I have to kind of pick a place wherever I can get on. So
Okay.
Fair.
Are you stealing the neighbor's Wi-Fi?
I am, absolutely.
Nice. That's good. It's respectful. John, what are you doing? Before I go to the next guest, I need to ask Rob, Gerald, how you feeling about the button fly? This is a serious conversation. Serious important thing.
Oh, I'm all about it. There's no
You're
other
about
way.
the button fly?
Only.
Wow.
Only. So no zippers.
I don't like zippers. I hate
Zippers
them.
fail, buttons don't.
Okay. What happened to you with a zipper? I mean, because I've had some bad things happen with me with zippers. So, and anybody who's had a zipper has gone through a zipper experience.
Yay.
Yeah, I've had some bad experiences with the zippers.
Okay.
Button flies, I don't know. I just like them. I live in Italy, and button flies is almost on every jean.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Caleb seems very, yep,
We've
that's
broken
Italy
down walls
thing,
here.
Pierogies and button flies. That's what Italy's known for.
Pierogies.
Pierogies?
Sure.
Oh my God.
Poland's not that
Yeah,
far.
I don't know. I've never been to Italy.
Well, you know what? The Poland's closer to Italy than Pennsylvania is to Florida. So,
Well, that is true. That is true. We could just say
We're off the
pasta.
rails.
We could just say
What is
pasta
Italy
and
known
button flies.
for? What that's known for? Something? The Italian
Pasta, not
Many-
pierogi.
Pasta,
Cannolis.
Cannolis.
pizza,
there you go.
Florentine steak.
Leave the gun. Take the cannolis.
Yeah, cannolis. Yeah.
Next up, Chris. Chris, we really need you for sanity here because apparently Italy is full of button flied spaghetti eating monsters.
And pierogies.
Pierogi monster.
I'm still stuck on Caleb in the purple shirts. How long did that last before you finally changed your mind? Like years, months, weeks? Tell me more about that.
Like 2 years, and then I started introducing other colors into the mix.
I mean, is that burgundy or is that purple now? Because it looks
This one's like a burgundy red,
Oh,
like a
he's
wine
branching out
color.
today. Brought the good one
Yeah.
out. Travis.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you
I
dressing
can
up.
totally
and dressing-
respect that mentality though, because you know what?
I mean, it
You
works
waste
for
a lot of
Charlie
mental
Brown, man.
energy
He
on that
wears, he
stuff.
wears
You
the
know?
same thing every day.
I like to. I mean, I don't have a very big wardrobe still, though. I don't like to put. I like to try to dress nice. Well, I'm not very good at it, but I have a couple of button-up shirts. I'm going to a wedding tomorrow or Friday. No, one of the days this weekend, and I have 3 button-up shirts. So I'm gonna get fancy for that wedding.
You're gonna put all 3 on.
Are they all white? Like, what's the colors?
Oh no, they're like well, 2 of them are Hawaiian shirts, and one of them is like a more muted blue. I love a Hawaiian shirt. I keep trying to buy like these colorful Hawaiian shirts. Like I almost bought for the last wedding I went to. There was this shirt that was like black with like a bright pink toucan like all over it, and I almost bought it, and my wife stopped me. But if it were up to me, I would only wear really obnoxious Hawaiian shirts purely.
See, my wife would if my wife had the choice, I would be wearing Hawaiian shirts all the time.
Wow.
See, I when I get fancy, it is the Roosevelt shirts. So you guys are familiar with the Roosevelt shirts, the fancy.
No.
So Roosevelt, they do geek shirts, but they hide them in a nice fancy like Hawaiian shirt or button up. So they're Magneto or Ninja Turtles or whatever, but they're hidden. And so I have Magneto and a few Ninja Turtles. So I try to wear my best Ninja Turtles or Magneto shirt when I go to fancy establishments with the wife,
Sure.
But the good question is, John, is there any button flies in the chat? Because that's important. We need to know. I need to solve this. If it's only Gerald because of the Italy situation, and that is definitely a situation because I don't know if they're eating cannolis or spaghetti or what.
I don't know. According to my sons, jeans are out. They're only into the comfy pants, and I said, "You're a bunch of dirtballs."
Oh, I didn't start wearing jeans till a few years ago, man. I'm all about that comfort too.
Right.
Well, I keep saying, I'm like, we need to bring back the baggy jeans, not the ones that hang around your butt, but the ones that like at least give you air to breathe. Not
the
those
Jankos. You want the bell bottom jeans?
Janko pants?
Yeah.
No, man. I was even the loose silver.
It's like
tabs
legs are
back
like
in
this
the day, man.
wide.
We need to listen to Cold Chamber. What are we doing?
Oh my God. Static X.
Yeah, I did want to tell you this, Caleb. If you do want to wear the same outfit every day, if you join like a biker gang, you just wear some sort of t-shirt and then a vest every day. So you can still accomplish both of what you need. You could be,
I could join a biker gang.
conformist
That's true.
in a group of outlaws because that's always fun.
They could be called the Purple Nurples.
The purple nipples.
Purple nipples.
How do you feel
Well,
about
Satan's-
motorcycles? You want to ride a motorcycle or a moped gang?
No, I would never ride a motorcycle.
How
I'm
about a Vespa?
terrified.
Would you ride a
Yeah,
Vespa?
Vespa. How about a Vespa gang? I'm trying to start one.
A riding lawnmower.
When I went to Italy, I mean, it was like 10 years ago, but I was told that like every Italian that I spoke to who wasn't on a Vespa was complaining about the idiots on the Vespas. That was my experience. But
I mean, they do drive like maniacs on those things.
Yes, they do. I've never seen anything like it. It's insane. Pure madness.
I kind of want a Vespa. I'm not going to lie.
I miss my motorcycle. I sold mine when I started having kids because what was I going to do with it then? Everywhere I had a kid in a car seat.
I can
Put
tell
him in a carrier.
Yeah, throw them in the side saddle bag. What are you talking about?
Yeah, all 3 of them.
One at a time, of course.
Meet them in the middle at a trike. You can get a trike.
yeah. I needed a trike on both, or I had the side cars.
The side cars. There you go. Sick.
I'm always confused by motorcycles now where they blast music as loud as cars. And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, the reason to have a motorcycle is to hear the loud exhaust and like
Right.
the open road. All right,
Hell
so
yeah.
we're going to go over some comics. We've got a lot of good creators here doing some stuff. Let's see what everybody's got. If you haven't sent it to the private chat, let's do it. But let's go through everybody's stuff and see what everybody has. I think I need Caleb's back here.
do I need to send you my link? All right.
Y'all, send me your link. But let's start with this little beast right here. Rob, what kind of comic are you doing right now? What's this all about?
Unicorns and vampires. I mean, no, wait, that's Caleb's.
Okay.
Well, I got the vampire part right. So this is Nightwolf. It's a story about a young man who finds out that he's born a werewolf, gets thrown into supernatural organs, demons, witches, vampires, other werewolves. This is for the Volume 2 collected edition. You can also get Volume 1, which collects issues 1 through 4. Volume 2 collects 5 through 8, and both volumes have 16 additional story pages, and a bunch of pinup art, both totaling over 152 pages. So for each campaign that I do a trade, I like to have guest writers doing those bonus pages. And our friend Travis happens to be the only two-timer.
Two-time.
So yeah, basically we're working on getting Clay Adams' story added to the physical books. They'll be a part of the digital no matter what. And as we get to unlocking those additional stretch goals, we'll be adding them to the books and then doing other book enhancements.
I mean, it's 16 pages. It's basically an extra issue.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you're just getting a whole nother issue for the price of
nothing. Just buy the thing and you get it.
Exactly.
And you've got,
really. And how can you say no to a gorgeous die cut such as this? I mean, you could even have fun and put your face in it.
Here, let me make it big.
Okay.
I want to do a die cut so bad.
Hello.
Oh, that's so sick.
I mean, so both volumes will have a hardcover like this. There's actually in the story arc, there's 12 issues, and so each one is divided into 4. So there's 3 volumes, and there'll be 3 werewolves underneath. And this cover is actually the scene here is connecting for all 3.
Damn, you are such a good planner ahead guy. That's awesome.
Sometimes anyway. But now I'm a big head and nobody else is here.
Hold on.
It's all yours, buddy. We're just the voices in your head.
I don't know what's going on with Facebook right now. For some reason, I can't see my live, so I'm trying to see my live. All right, got it. So I can click the link because Facebook is the only one who's like, I'm not going to automatically send that to Facebook. What do you mean? All right. So I got that. So again, Nightwolf. Let's go back to Nightwolf. Let's make it bigger. Do we have somebody? Oh, we got Stephen Prince came.
Well, he was there. He's gone.
Or is he?
It's Stephen Prince's background.
Rob, he's doing Princey shit. Like you show some respect.
He's a background formerly known as a person.
Right. If you're a member of royalty, you understand. By the way, if you're watching this and you have a project live, we do have 2 spots open tonight. I'll take you if I like you. If I don't know you, I apologize. I'm not taking you. I one time had a bad experience. John was there.
I was there as well.
Oh, yeah. It was not good. So
that was interesting. That was an interesting.
I know. So John, Rob, let's try to yell at people and get you at least a backer. So you're at 212 right now with $1,151. $11,519. Let's try to get you the.
I'd be happy with $1 right now just to even that out.
Right.
Don't push your OCD on us, buddy.
I know. Seriously, every time I look at that, I'm like,
let's try to get
why
you
do people do
11:30.
this to me?
I mean, I kind of do it to myself the way I set up my tiers. So what can I say?
But yeah, let's see if we can get another backer here to show some love and show some more. So guys, that link is in the comments. Make sure you like it. And if you're watching this, by the way, on Facebook, give me stars. I don't know what they mean, but they seem important. So hit that star button. I don't know what that
Facebook
means.
likes to lie and say that we say it, but we don't say it.
I think I get money for stars, but I don't think it's a money of any like it's not real money. It's like, you remember when you could buy bubblegum for 5 cents, you find out now a quarter and you can't afford it anymore. Like that's what I think it is.
I'm trying to figure out these stars now. Let me send you some stars.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I'm looking for stars too.
Send me stars. I think they give me money. I don't know why. You not spending money gives me stars. I don't know how it works.
Oh snap!
YouTube has a better. Oh, the Prince is back.
He doesn't know.
The Matador, formerly known as Prince.
The medal in San Francisco, born and raised.
Those pools don't clean themselves, Travis. You know that.
The Kardashians were pulling your chain, huh?
Yeah,
always. Pool's not clean enough. My butt's not waxed enough.
You took longer on that on purpose.
Steven, like everyone in California, works for the Kardashians. So if you have any questions about the Kardashians, ask him in the comments. He can answer them. He's very familiar.
Happy to.
And if he can't answer it, there's like 3 years worth of program that you could watch and find your answer on one of those Kardashian shows.
There's like 20 years by now.
When does this is a good question that Tom Hutchinson had. When does Daywolf come out?
When I guess when I'm not tired of doing spinoffs, I suppose. when I can't keep beating that dead horse.
I mean, don't you feel Daywolf would be the beating the dead horse? Like that'd be the end?
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it's getting kind of redundant, though. Don't you think? It's always at night. You know.
I think Daywolf is just Charlie Day dressed up in a wolf outfit.
Yes.
All right, let's see what else happened. Second up, we've got Chris here. Steven, go ahead and send that link, by the way.
Who, me? Oh, sorry.
Chris, can I call you Chris or should I call you Christopher?
The Chris is perfectly fine. I'm just happy to be
Are you
here,
sure? Because I kind of like the Christopher thing now that I said it, like Christopher, like saying it very regal.
Let's be more professional.
All right.
Regal, yeah, Christopher.
Right, regal. Like I mean, Stephen Prince is here, so we got to show some regal respect. Christopher has a campaign live as well.
Ew.
Christopher, tell us about your campaign.
Here, old boy.
This is my first one, man. I'm still learning the ropes. Note on it is comedy, sci-fi. Your general like ragtaggy group of people in the ship is called the Clowfish. That's what this is about. The Clowfish is like a dump truck, like a garbage truck that doubles as a spaceship. The idea is just that they collect trash, they try to resell it like a thrift store. It doesn't make any money whatsoever. It's a terrible decision. So they have to figure out other ways to recycle. And I wanted to send these guys into space to recycle like war debris, right? Like government weapons to the black market. Terrible decision too, and that's just kind of what we're trying to investigate, trying to learn about is that.
Nice.
Crowd goes wild.
So how long have you been? So you're at your last 35 hours. You are funded, which is great. That's a good time. That's a good time. Things are looking good here. How has your first Kickstarter experience been?
Terrible at first. So the writing for this was 3 years COVID. During COVID was when I wrote down what I wanted to do. Slowly I started getting an artist and stuff, and then we got it together, and I didn't realize how hard a comic book was to make. So I learned that real quick. And then the Kickstarter launched, and after the first day, I was just like, well, I have to apologize to everyone for trying to think that this was going to be successful. And I'm like writing my little, don't worry guys, it's okay to fail speeches. And somehow we managed to break our goal. So I was like, oh wow, okay, this is great.
I'll tell you why.
I'm listening.
Yeah, tell it, Tom. Tell him like it is, Tom.
Because I watched his video on another podcast, the video on his campaign, and everybody knows that I hate videos. I'm like, don't even show me your video. I do not care. We watched it on another podcast, and I was like, this is the greatest video I've ever watched. It's pure Napoleon Dynamite. I pledged for the book immediately and just started telling people, you got to just watch the video and you'll be sold.
So
And,
are you saying we got to show the video? Is that what you're saying?
I've seen the video. You should definitely.
Yes, show the video.
All right. I don't normally show videos on this show, but
Show the video.
This one is well worth it.
highly unique. Yeah.
all right, Christopher,
you guys.
we will show your video to the masses.
Thank
It's
you.
quick. It's not long.
Roll the tape.
I wish it
Roll
was-
the tape.
Space. Man, the real danger is not actually about those galactic krakens or even about the pesky little space vampires. No, the real danger is about debris left from war. You just imagine it. You're trying to go to your grandma's galaxy, just flying around, and next thing you know, a piece of debris hits that windshield, cracks right through, squirts you out like a tube of toothpaste. And that's why you need the Clowfish, where we clean up those loose ends.
I'm basically right here. skip ahead like 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, the ship just burns and burns and burns
Set the whole thing on fire.
until his house basically catches on fire. It's great.
Amazing, sensational. Possibly the greatest Kickstarter video ever made.
I appreciate that.
Bugs in the kitchen, damn mold in the
See, the
sink.
flyer
Checking
just
out
keeps
the whiskey,
going.
never start to think, what do we do tomorrow?
It's everything Napoleon
Bugs in the
Dynamite
kitchen,
is
damn mold in the
great.
sink. Chugging down the whiskey, you'll never start to think, what do we do tomorrow?
That's pretty awesome.
Bugs in the kitchen, damn mold in the sink. Chugging down the whiskey, you'll never start to think, what do we do tomorrow?
It's so different. I have never seen
That-
anything like
that's
that.
literally it.
Damn mold in the sink.
That's what it
Chugging
is.
down the whiskey, you'll never start to think, what do
The
we
best
do
part is like when he starts
tomorrow?
spraying it with water.
It's fantastic.
Amazing.
It's fantastic.
5
Wow.
stars.
I mean, it got a backer just by doing that because we're at 150.
That's what I'm saying.
Just keep playing it.
Wow.
Keep it running.
That's the
You're
only
right.
marketing you need. Just go to Facebook and just keep posting the video.
Keep
over.
putting on repeat. All right. So Clover Hitch Christopher has 57 backers. And we're at 1,895. We're going to try to get you another backer to get you to 1,900. And I know you're going to get that backer because I'm going to back this bitch because, it's got a cool video. Just like Tom said.
Everybody's gonna start burning their houses down.
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay, let's do it.
it's so great. When you do your second issue, you have to do a new Napoleon Dynamite video as well.
100%.
I've been looking at
Absolutely.
all the cardboard cutouts to do. I was trying to see how much it would cost to like build a puppet. So I'm trying. I'm
Oh
trying to
my
figure
God.
out what I'm going to do
You-
next.
Far
You
too
got
high
you
now.
got to just maintain that consistency because that's what
Wow.
that's what we're there for. Whatever your book is, whatever. But we're there for the videos, man. We're
Yeah.
paying for the videos.
So, Christopher, we will come back to you. Your link is in the chat. So anybody wants to back Christopher's video, go ahead and do so.
Oh man, we went from the Avengers to the Indy Brady Bunch.
I mean, it was bound to happen. Guys here literally just got here and saw that video. I'm going to back whatever the fuck that was right now. We're going to see. Like it's in the chat. See, Christopher, you're winning.
I appreciate
he
it.
cracked.
You are, however, proving
the
that
Kickstarter code right away.
you are proving that the Kickstarter their guide is like if you make a video you get this percentage. You are proving that correct.
So all you who don't have a video, learn from this.
Right. I meant to do a video this time, but I still may. I just haven't done it. I can do it later, Rob. Fuck it, I'll do it live.
You can do what I do. I just rehash what I had the same one.
Oh, it'll be just a StreamYard, just me going, hey. Just get off the phone with Christopher. His video
I mean, you could easily just take one of these recordings and just
Yeah, for sure.
just post it up there. What's the name again? It is Clover Hitch.
Clove Hitch.
Clove
Hitch.
It's Clove Hitch. I wasn't going to correct it. Just putting respect on the name.
Clove Hitch. Clove Hitch. Klozovich. Malkovich. And welcome Tom and Anthony to the show. How you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Send your links, by the way, in the private chat. Next up, we have a Zoop. Zoop, I did it again.
What idiot did that?
What idiot did Zoop?
Nobody even knows what that is. No one's gonna back that shit.
No one.
And there's
I'm
no
sure-
video. What the hell?
I'm sure no one told him that it was a bad idea. I'm sure.
I tried. I'll be annoying. I have 2 campaigns going on, but I know Travis of all people can appreciate that.
Yeah, put 2 in.
For my first time ever, I have 2 going at the same time. Thankfully, I'm not running the other one, but this is for
That's
Drumsticks
fair
of Doom.
enough.
The next miniseries is up on Zoop. What is Zoop? It's a new-ish crowdfunding site. We approached them about launching, and they were very excited. They kind of curate what they put on their site. It's all comics and comics-related merch. So their kind of excitement to work with us made me excited even more to work with them and try out this campaign site. But yeah, it's the new. We just finished Arc 1, and we did the trade paperback there in January, and that was a huge success. So now we're on to Arc 2. Drumsticks of Doom, for those who don't know, is What if Black Sabbath, not the Beatles, became the most famous band on Earth, and thus the universe was changed forever, musically and otherwise? But our main character, Lana, just wants to make her indie music in a heavy metal world. So that was the first arc, is her discovering that she has some powers related to music when she finds a magical pair of drumsticks. And of course, the second arc is her off to record her first studio album on the mysterious Silver Mountain. So that's where we're at with this series.
And it's got, you know, the most amazing thing in the world right here.
I was
Plushies.
hoping you would say that. I know Travis is super excited.
I love plushies. They're great. They're like button fly jeans.
And here he is, the button fly jeans of
Yeah.
comics.
Here,
Very
hold on.
popular in Italy.
I'll make you big so you can show the button fly jean of comics.
Oh my god.
There he is.
Wow, look at that.
We got our custom prototype in the mail. Argyle the Arachnigator he's part of the story. If you've read, readers were very excited about this character. My daughter actually co-created the original drawing of the Arachnigator here. So with artist and co-creator Dan Doherty, we added him to the book, and he's kind of their sidekick in the book. And yeah, we were just so excited about people's response. And then I just started thinking about fun merch we could do. And of course, mutual friend and merch queen of the world, Carissa Grant, hooked me up with a great distributor overseas, and we were able to get a prototype done. And now we're trying to get some plushies out in the world, because as you know, we can't just sell our comics and stories. We gotta do all kinds of other crazy stuff to get them out there in the world. So why not?
Are
do
you
something
really a
fun like
comic
this?
book creator if you don't have a plushie?
That's what
Yes,
keep telling
yes,
Travis,
you
but-
are.
Yes,
Carl.
me. I don't have plushies. I haven't got plushies.
God
okay.
damn it, Tom. Do not fall into Chris's trap.
I think Carissa, that's actually how like Carissa started talking to me. She found like my my Nightwolf one, and she was like, "You have a plushie." I'm like, "Yes."
Your best friends forever.
I know, right?
But of course, we also have
Rookie of
3
the year,
amazing
man.
covers, including Dave Chisholm did our variant cover for this issue. If you know Dave, he's huge into music. He has a doctorate in trumpet, and he's also an amazing artist and writer and creator himself. And he was able to come and do our variant cover. We got a couple early bird deals that are expiring as we speak. So get in there real quick if you want the early nerd deals.
Nice. All right. I love this series. I've partnered with it before. I'll back it at some point.
Thank you,
It
sir.
is a great campaign. I love Drumstick is doing. So let's write it down, get it on the list.
And then if you want me to, if I can sneak another one in, I put another link in the chat. But
Yeah.
I don't want to monopolize everyone's time, but
We'll get it in.
I've said on your show and other shows in the past, in 15 years, I had never been invited to an anthology. I never had a pitch accepted, never been invited. All of a sudden, the amazing Travis Gibb offers me a spot in Cthulhu Invades Neverland. And all of a sudden, I'm the hottest writer in the world. I'm getting invited to anthologies left and right. I have 2 coming out this month. One is a music related. We won't talk about that today. It's not ready to launch. And the other is Phantasmagoria, which the amazing George Alvarez invited me to. He and I have known each other for about a decade, and he's starting his comics creation journey, and been trying to help him along the way. So he invited me to the horror anthology. So now I've been invited to 2. So I'm just honored whenever anybody thinks enough of me. To
Travis
invite me to
Gibb's
these
next
things.
business cards are going to say just that: the amazing Travis Gibb.
Amazing.
They already do.
He broke the curse for me. He's like the curse of the Billy Goat with the Chicago Cubs. He it took me all these years, and then all of a sudden now I've been invited to so many, and another 2 in the fall too. So it's just it comes in waves. Feast or famine.
And
But
this
yeah,
is
there's
yours?
9 stories in here. It's an 84 page, very ambitious, prestige bound book. 84 pages. We've got zombie strippers. We've got mysterious monsters. We've got vampires. We've got so many different types of stories. It would take me forever to go through each one and each creator. I hate to not give it the time it's due, but I know other people need time to go over theirs. But we're about halfway through. And we're only at 52%. So if even anybody can just share it out back, anything you can do to support it. We set an ambitious goal because it's a huge book, and George really wants to get all the creators involved, compensated with lots of copies. So, help us reach our goal. You all know, of course, on this call, how challenging it can be to get people to pick up anthologies from lesser known creators. So, I think there's going to be something for everybody in this book, and I'm just very proud to be a part of it. I should mention my artist collaborating with me is Orlando Guzman out of Tennessee, and our story revolves around a mysterious monster that comes back every so many years, like the cicadas visiting us in the Midwest. And yeah, I'm very happy with how it came out.
I mean, I'm sure your comic's good, but I really want to learn more about the sexually transmitted demons. I'm
saying they got the whole gamut.
This is something I wasn't concerned about until now, but now I am.
Sometimes a term comes along that is just
perfect. I want that T-shirt.
I can't believe I didn't think of it. Could have went in my other book, CPS.
So I have a lot of questions about that story. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure everything will work out fine, but it's a thing that I have questions about.
That's not even the zombie stripper story. So there you go.
All right, I got.
Thank you, Travis.
I got you down for Drumsticks of Doom, 1482, 33. 1,492 is what we're going to try to get you $10, and 34 backers is what we're going to try to do. I'm not going to put the other one on this list, but we will share it out again and share it in the chat. So, okay. Next up in my private chat, who do I got? I've got Gerald. Can we go back and hear if the cricket is okay before we start this? I'm worried about.
I think he took off. He left.
All right. Well,
he's gone.
Was he scared of your button fly when you stood up to go?
He saw the button flies and he said, "Fuck that! I'm only safe around zippers."
Actually, hold on, Stephen, Tom, and Anthony. How do you feel about the button fly? We have a lot of questions about the button fly today.
I remember
too much work.
I remember when it happened in the 80s, like the late 80s or whatever.
Yeah.
I was all about it. I was like, "Yep, give this to me."
Give this to me.
Yeah, give this to me. But now, as an old man, I don't got time for that.
You're sitting there. You're sitting there at the bar. And you're like in the bathroom, and you're like trying to figure out the buttons, and then you're trying to like get it off, and you're just.
That's what I'm saying, Steve.
You know,
like the weird guy next to me. Like,
I'd rather take the risk of getting caught in a zipper than have to deal with.
I think you're doing it wrong.
Maybe if there's snap buttons, maybe those are easier. I don't know.
I was just saying, I was like, maybe tearaways would be a better way to go. It's faster.
And again, anybody who has comments in the chat about button flies, we really want to hear everyone's opinion about this. This is a serious topic in the comments. We're trying to get it addressed.
We'll talk about parachute pants.
We're going to
parachute pants are great.
After we get everybody funded, we're going to go through old pictures of Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld, all the greats, and expect the process to figure out whether.
Listen,
wasn't there that commercial?
The image guys were all about the denim guys. Like they were on to something because it worked.
Wash denim.
This is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Liefeld did that commercial. Was that a button? Remember that commercial? Be like,
button fly. I've got some.
Yeah, but you go back look at Todd. He's always wearing jean jackets and stuff. Like they were the.
Yeah, but he's Canadian.
Jean jacket, sweater, polo, t-shirt.
Canadian
all the time.
We don't have Australian. They didn't make it to Australia, mate.
Yeah, well, Australia, I mean, you got kangaroos and random things that can giant, the biggest spiders in the world. You don't have time for button flies.
You're like, we need this shit tight.
They don't even have zippers in Australia. You just pull the pants up and down because if you're on the shitter and there's a spider, you just got to get up and go.
You just gotta go. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Right,
watch out for those trouser snakes. Watch out for those snakes.
So, Gerald, everybody's been backing this book that I know. Everybody's talking about this book and sharing it out. So I want to hear.
I know. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. That's why I'm here to talk to you. I want to address the situation now. It's a problem. The rest of us need some love too. We're trying to make some comics. It can't all be.
Come on, get out of here! Get out of here!
So tell us about Immortal Coil.
Immortal Coil.
Immortal Coil. This is my first comic, actually. I first Kickstarter, first comic. I've been around comics in many forums for decades. And I have, a lot of friends in the business. I used to be sort of a comic book art dealer. And so I had a friend who said, I was telling him the story, and he said, oh, well, you should write it out. And so I wrote it out. It's a 115-page script. This is just issue 1. And he said, well, who's going to draw it? And I said, well, I'm thinking I'm going to draw it because I don't have any money. So I showed him some of the pages, and he actually said, even if you had the money, you should draw it. So it's a friend, my friend Joseph Schmalke. He's been very inspirational. So I just started writing it, started drawing the pages. Had a few people really sort of push me to get out there and break it down to just the first issue, to kind of wet the whistle, say, hey, I'm here in the game too. Will people like it? Will they react to it? Instead of trying to put out a whole graphic novel. So, I mean, pretty much the story is, it says there, it's a take on Norse mythology minus Thor. It's about the kids taking like the actual relationships from like the prose edda and eldritch horror. And pretty much the premise started because I had a dream that Ragnarok was a hoax. I don't know why. I don't know if I was writing a song or something like that. And the idea is that when Ragnarok happened, it was a hoax, a big magical illusion to get rid of Loki once and for all. And basically it ate up all the realms except Earth. And now Loki has made his way back to wake up his daughter Hel. He has stolen a sliver of the faceless god, and he wants to wake up Azazoth to pretty much just be nothing. And the children of Thor, who I've never read anything about, I decided that I would make a story really about them. So that hasn't happened yet. I feel like it's pretty epic. You guys are like having so much fun with these freaking alligator plushies and Christopher's video. I'm like, oh, this is so serious. It's kind of a bummer. I don't have any funny videos or anything like that. I love weird shit, but I tend to write and draw kind of more serious stuff. But
right.
it's
That's
a pretty
why comics are great. They run the gamut. You can get any kind of story you want.
Yeah, so this is sort of like me putting my feet into the comic creating pond, and yeah.
Well, I mean, you got a great mentor. Joseph Smelke and I are good friends, so I love that. Your art is fucking fantastic. He's absolutely right. Nobody else should be drawing this. If your art is that good, like seriously, like. So yeah, I mean, you've got everything going, and this book sounds fantastic. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. The first day was nuts. The first day I wasn't expecting much of anything, and I think I woke up. We launched on Monday, and I think Tuesday it was half 50% funded. Yeah. It's been a little bit slower, but I'm like waking up to like people making their own TikToks about my book that I don't even know. So I'm sort of like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it looks good, man. I'm excited about it.
But what's really awesome, though, too, to be here is that, I mean, we don't know each other personally, but like Rob, Travis, Caleb, I mean, actually, I drive up to Maine quite a bit, and I have been listening to tons of podcasts. And I think I listened to podcasts with Caleb and then Rob, like back to back. And so it's pretty cool for me to be here and say, oh, here's this dude I was just listening to. Caleb's actually podcast was awesome that I listened to a few days ago. That was really good.
Which one is that? Tyler James, or was that a different
one?
one?
The inspiration and you know what sells. That was really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Quick thing, Gerald. That comic looks incredible, and everything that you said about it is exactly what I love. Like I'm the one that's going to be backing this one here in a second.
Nice.
Was it a joke about the pasta in Italy, or can I get shipping in America, in the United States? Like, I need to know before I do this show.
What do you want? You want pasta?
No, he wants to know if you're in America. If there's American shipping.
Okay, so here, so I'm American. Obviously, I don't have an accent. I've lived in Italy a long time, and I'm in I'm also I'm in New York right now, and when the books actually get, because I'm feeling pretty good, it's going to get funded. I'm feeling positive, so
It is.
it happens. I'll be back in New York September, and that's when the books will arrive.
Okay.
And then I'll be here for 3 months
I'm doing it.
doing, because as long as the books funds, I got a few comic shops that want me to come do a signing. So I'll be here like packing. It's all new stuff to me, so I'm just like, I had to shave my head so I didn't pull any hair out.
No,
So,
dude,
yeah,
it's
so-
great stuff. It's like I said, Smelky's great, and you got good mentors. So we're gonna put you at. So you're at 2,390 with 72 backers. We're gonna put you at 2,400. We're gonna put you out with 73 backers. How's that sound?
Sounds bitchin'.
All right. We're gonna put you down. We'll get you that. And man, like you should ask Rob, Caleb, myself to draw. Well, Caleb's actually pretty good at it. Ask Rob and I to draw. Caleb draws a mean giraffe. Mean giraffe. Yes, you guys think I'm joking. He does an amazing giraffe, and you guys are just joking, acting like it's not a serious thing. It's a serious thing.
Oh, we know that Kickstarter.
But do you know it like I do? But he has a current Kickstarter right now in the
That's right.
10,000 Club.
Mm-hmm.
Medusa Remastered. Well, Modern Mythology Remastered Volume 1 and 2 and Medusa number 1.
Yeah, it's a little bit confusing. In retrospect, maybe I should have done these as different campaigns. But yes, this is called Medusa, Modern Mythology Medusa. So it's a one-shot comic. It's a 40-page beefy comic about Medusa, but she's Tomb Raider, basically, and she's seeking revenge on the gods who wronged her, including Poseidon, primarily. And so
That
she's
guy's
kind of...
such a jerk.
Yeah, Poseidon sucks. So she's going to try to kill Poseidon, but she has to do some treasure hunting to find him. It's pretty fun. And then we're doing remastered versions. This is where Travis is involved because one of the 2 volumes of Modern Mythology it's an anthology. I did 2 of them, and Travis was in one of them. I'm remastering them. What that means is I'm just kind of redoing the interior design so they match each other, and then I'm also adding 1 new story per volume about Sun Wukong, and those are going to be written by Greg Anderson Elise, who, as hopefully everybody knows, does a really awesome comic called Is Nana the Were-Spider.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's what this is.
So Caleb, is this a new cover from? I think were we on last week? Did we do it last week? I don't know. Was this new?
It was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks? Is that new? That's a great cover. I like that.
Oh yeah, we had that one. That one's actually by an artist I really like, who normally doesn't do comic book work because he is a full-time storyboard artist for, like, he worked on My Little Pony for a long time. And so I was able to snag him for this, and I really like that cover.
Yeah, I like that cover a lot. That's awesome.
Have you done the metal covers on the trades like this before?
So the metal cover is only for the single issue for Medusa. I'm not doing a metal cover for the trades. I have conflicted feelings about. Oh, thank you. I have conflicted feelings about metal covers. I've offered them. This is only my second time ever offering them. The last time I did one was on a book I did called Space Monkey Knights Go with Dave Lent. People seem to like them, and I found a printer I like that does them. So yeah, I do have a metal cover on this one, but I don't know that I would do a metal cover on a trade per se.
So I was wondering how that would come out. But
yeah, no, it's just a single issue. It's a 40-page beefy single issue, but
beefer.
Yep. So and Chrissy Hops is the artist. I think she's very cool. I think her style kind of reminds me a little bit of like Scott Pilgrim, like Brian Lee O'Malley. And then of course we got this great cover by Summer. So
Find me a cover A. She's always wanted a cover A, and you gave.
that's what she said. She wanted a cover A. So, I was gonna show you because Travis loves giraffes so much. I was gonna show off a new thing, but my iPad's dead. So, unfortunately, it's gonna remain secret. I am working on a new giraffe thing, just because Travis bothers me about it so much.
I want him to always be humble. So if he's never gonna get cocky, as long as he has these small giraffe campaigns, he's like, that's a spot where I could have had like a brand new book and these amazing things. And I'm like, yeah, but did you bring giraffes into the world? No. So
well, I mean, you are aiming for what one book a month, right? Or one.
I'm doing a book a month. Yeah, that's my.
If you have a reason why you're slow because of an article, you can slide that.
Yeah. That's right. So that's I'm probably doing another giraffe thing later this year, but right now it's modern mythology.
Nice.
So yep.
So I have you at 10,941 with 239 backers. We're going to try to get you to 10,961 with 240 backers. So I've shared the link out. Make sure you guys back that. Show some love. By the way, has my team wants some copies? Have they reached out to you yet? I told them to reach out to you. Stony Williams.
Well, if they
wanted to reach out to you.
Okay, nobody's reached out to me. It's possible that they backed the Kickstarter, but I'd have to look.
Nobody we can figure it later. And by the way, speaking of podcast, Rob, I heard your last one with Comic Launch, and if you want to talk about that subject of someone who's actually studied to figure out to go into stores, what that looks like, we can have a talk. I have some feedback that they didn't give you.
Yeah, I think Tyler was the only one on that who actually had experience with that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was sitting in that.
Yeah, everyone's kind of like,
I was like,
you don't really care.
I don't really know.
But that's what's funny. Like, I gave Tyler 3 topics, and that was like, I think the third one that like I had like the least to talk about.
That's funny.
All right, next up. Mr. We got Stephen Prince. You're muted. I'm gonna put you up there.
I'm here.
Did I make a weird face?
Is really what's the best.
I heard the laugh. So, all right. Tell us about the Monster Matador and why and is it after these sexually transmitted demons?
I kind of want a sexually transmitted demon.
Right.
Kardashians,
I think it comes from the butterflies, to be honest. I think that's where it comes from.
Oh, no.
Whatever I got to do, you just tell me. I'll do it. I can't get my mind off the sexually transmitted part.
Didn't they make a movie? Isn't the movie It Follows
good.
about a sexually transmitted demon?
Yeah, but let's pretend it's an original idea for tonight.
I love the art on this book.
Yeah, it's Fabio Alves. I mean, look, it's Matador versus Kaiju, and it's a Matador with a cape and sword who fights Kaiju to make a better world for his daughter. This is our 8th Kickstarter. We put out a Volume 1 collection. This is our latest, Once Upon Some Monsters in Mexico. He's fighting monsters, kaiju. He's fighting a cartel. He's journeying across Mexico in a post-apocalyptic world. So there's a lot of ass kicking. This is a Mike Mignola homage cover. If you remember Wolverine Jungle Adventure. It's a variant cover by Puis Calzada. We've got paperbacks, hardcovers. You're going really fast. We got shot glasses. We got shot glasses, t-shirts, original art.
More variant covers.
Prices are insane. Can't keep up with you anymore, Travis. Just Matador versus Kaiju. Just back it. What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose?
You got Tom and Kaiju. You just need sharks to go with that for him.
Yeah.
There you go.
So what's our stretch goal here? We funded what are we getting?
Our stretch goal is 4,000. If you get me to 4,000 tonight, Travis, whatever you need, man, I'll get you a sexually transmitted demon.
I don't think my wife would like a sexually transmitted.
Hey, leave her out of this, all right?
Yeah.
You got nothing to do with this.
No,
Creator hangout stays a creator hangout.
yeah. Every little bit helps. If it's something that if you enjoyed Godzilla -1, you will love this book. It is Scott Snyder, writer of Batman and all those other amazing books, tweeted us out the other day calling it balls to the wall action, which is what it is. He used our first miniseries, Tangled the Matadors, as an example of how to craft a good action scene in a comic book. Wow. That's a pretty good endorsement. If that doesn't do it for you, I got nothing.
Warner Brothers must be against you now.
Right.
Let's get this shared out. I love this series. I have all of it. It's fun. You also
is my mic that loud? This happened to me the other day. I'm sorry, guys.
It's super loud.
No, it makes it better.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like
This happens
with a megaphone.
Listen to the sound.
Rob's
of my
wife
voice.
is pretty mad though. The anniversary was pretty ruined by the selling of Monster Matador.
Is this better? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good.
It's better. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I have you.
Is it? Wait, time out. Is it your anniversary?
It is.
And you're here.
Well, we weren't celebrating much after an incident with our dog this morning, so we're kind of putting it on to another day.
All right.
He's good projecting. But yeah, you were at 3,613. We're going to try to get you 3,623. 144 backers. We're going to try to get you 145. Let's see what we can do.
Let's make it 150. Let's just
See what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I don't know what we're doing. All right, but we've got other people to talk about here. Anthony's been waiting a long time to play D&D with me, and he wants to talk about D&D. Anthony, so normally we talk about comics here, but Anthony, though he does comics, he feels he's too good. And he's like, you said creator, and he calls me. I say, it's Comic Creator Hangout. He's like, I didn't read that part, and now he's in this group. So,
Sorry.
He lawyered me.
He also waited so long, it's actually tomorrow where he's at.
He also has the same last name as that movie just came out, Late Night with the Devil, the medium who coughs out of the black blood.
What? There's a guy called Christu or Anthony. What's that?
Christu. He plays
the mystic.
Late Night with the Devil.
Nice.
Really? Is that his last name or his first name?
Could be a relative.
He only has one name, Christu.
Wow. What's it called? Late Night with the Devil. Is it on Netflix?
Late Night with the Devil. No, it's on Shudder.
Shudder. Okay, cool. Maybe
We're not supposed to like that, Jared. It had AI in it for like half a second, so we have to be mad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep up with your rage.
No AI.
The internet didn't tell you who to be mad at today. Pay attention.
Well, they probably did. I wasn't paying attention. I'm too.
God, read your rage emails to keep up.
So yeah, did you want me to talk about it or?
Yeah.
Cool.
You wanted you to roll a critical roll.
Do you want? Well, like we can play a little game right now of D&D if you like, and we can.
No, we don't have time to play D&D.
Oh damn!
Isn't it like 3 days long to play D&D?
Yeah, nah. We do 2-hour sessions. But anyway, so I've been creating comics for years. I do have comics, got a whole range of them here. Luminous Ages is about 4 books in at the moment, graphic novels. I have 2 graphic novels, comic anthology, Australia's #1 comic anthology, highest funded novel on Kickstarter for Luminous Ages. This is in Australia, so it's not, it's only Australia. It's no big deal in Australia. We did a book, Byzane Book of Monsters, which was an anthology, and we did a D&D book with that, and our fans really dig that. And we've come back, and I create dice as well. I'm a sculptor, artist, writer. I sculpt these. This is my design. Helios, the golden dragon, speaking of Greek mythology. So I'm a Greek that's got real Greek mythology. Sorry, I'm just being silly here. No attack on the Medusa one. So just so you know, Medusa was evil. My family fought the war against Medusa, the Gorgon War. The Amazons killed them all. You know, so they're not good. They're not good. I don't know why you're promoting Gorgons for, mate. You know, they're
I
evil.
mean, Medusa was a victim. She was raped by Poseidon and then turned into a Gorgon by Athena.
I'm just playing. I'm looking around. So anyway,
You can leave the chat if you guys want to handle this real quick. Just so.
Seriously, go out in the parking lot.
my family lost their lives fighting Gorgons, man. You know, like, come on. Anyway, I've got a whole. There's a lot of mythology. This is about a dream world, so where dream magic manifests. Imagine like art magic. So you've got luminaries that draw and bring monsters to life out of books or out of a surface like a stone, or they capture their enemies on a page. So the whole comic universe has got that premise where you can draw and bring creatures to life or capture them. The Captivaries capture things on a page, and it's all about this dream planet where all the mythologies of Earth existed. So the Big Bang happened, but it was 13 gods colliding with each other on this dream planet. Earth is just like an offshoot planet. We've basically been, I suppose, colonized by these different cultures and gods from around the world. And all of our gods are in this world as well, from Chinese to Greek mythology to Persian to Japanese. It's basically my love of all cultures and mythologies in this world. It's very surreal. So imagine Salvador Dali and Walt Disney got together and they made a D&D book. This is it. This is pretty much what my whole series is about. It's, you know, crazy, surreal fantasy. Yeah, we're doing really well. It's only been 3 days. We've smashed our first stretch goal, raised about 30,000 Australian, almost 20K US. But there's a lot of costs with this, as you all know. You know, making these dice isn't cheap. Marketing this isn't cheap. So we've been doing a lot of promoting everywhere, getting involved with the D&D community, influencers. And yeah, we play on YouTube. Every week we launch an episode, every fortnight at least, of us playing the game. I do voices, horrible voices, different sort of accents, from Greek merchants to, English gentlemen that like to give you special words, you know. So yeah, a whole range of stuff. If you love fantasy, you love mythology, this book's for you. It's getting really, really good response. I know you got a question at all. I mean, any sort of questions? So
anybody have any questions in the comments? So let's see. I will say that some of this art, like every time you do these, you know, I only see about once a year. The art just gets better and better and better, man. Like you're killing it with the art and the layout. So, I mean, this green dragon is so good. Yeah, it's so good.
That's Gaius, the dragon god. So he's the god of nature, and he's the good guy. So he's pretty much protecting like animal kin, plant life, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, so he's part of the main graphic novel series, and we're going to stat block him. I think have him as maybe as a boss, or you know, if you decide to play the campaign as an evil person, you can face him down. Yeah, we've got all these new subclasses that we're adding to D&D based on Dream Magic. We have 30 new spells, new items. I've got the book here actually. We've already it's pretty much there. Like we've done 200 pages. It's a 300-page tome. 200 pages is laid out. So I've just got it right here. This is Luminous Law right here. So 200 pages is laid out, and we're doing the last 100 now. That's been most of it's been written. So it's got gorgeous stat blocks like that. There's 10 cities. So even if you if you want to get into the comics, this actually has lore behind the comic book universe. So there's I'm just going to turn this around. Like, Welcome to Equatoria. It talks about the history. It talks about, you know, the Great War, the upheaval and dawn of chaos, present nefarious times. It talks about currency. So it's all about world building. And part of this is because I've done comics for so long. It's not that I don't know what I'm writing. It's like I want to guide myself as well. Like, this is what I said. This god does this, you know, because like, as you know, if you're building a huge thing like Tolkien or a fantasy world, it gets a lot to track. There's a lot to track. So I've done this as kind of like I suppose, a record for myself. So I'm like, yeah, this god doesn't do that. Why have I written that? In case just to double check myself, because the universe is massive and I really want to hold myself account to what I'm doing. And the fans wanted it. They wanted this. There's amazing stat blocks there. They wanted all the art, yeah. So even if you're not a D&D player and you just like my comics, if you've read my comics before or you like fantasy, this is a good intro book because half of it is explaining cities, how they work, explaining the gods, how they work, the factions, the political organization. So if you like Game of Thrones, you'd love this sort of thing. So I would probably say this universe is kind of like Game of Thrones. If Salvador Dali touched Game of Thrones, imagine Game of Thrones, but more surreal, more high fantasy. So,
Nice.
yeah,
Sounds cool to me. Very
Nice.
ambitious. It's super cool.
yeah.
All right, so I don't know how much you'll make because I normally have comic people, but I'll share it out.
Yep.
We are at 19,577 with 224 backers. Let's see if we can get you 225 backers. I have
Yep.
no idea what your pledge levels are, so you'll get some more money beyond what I said.
We have comic tiers and digital, so you can get a digital PDF of the whole book, and then there's also digital comic tiers. I don't have physical comics because we're working with the fulfillment center. So if you did want the products, we're trying to make it cheaper to ship the products. So I'm not going to be able to reprint the books in overseas at the moment, like all my past comics, but you can get all my digital comics on there. And like I have an all-in tier on comics, an all-in digital bundle, I think. As an add-on, so you can buy, back it for $1. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere there, but there is a whole digital tier where you can get everything as an add-on. So even if you want to just buy some nice dice and get, hey, I want to get the book, or you can just get the digital PDF of the book, or even Roll20 assets for $15, and then get all my books and get all in digital as an add-on. So, but
And remember, the money it looks higher than it is. So look at that, so that he said $15. That's $15 Australian. It's $10 American. So
yeah, that's it. I have done like US pricing on my rewards as well, so people get an idea of, hey, that in some of the tiers there actually is a mention to US pricing. So, but obviously that fluctuates with the dollar. So you guys are up and low, all that sort of stuff. So, but thank you for having me. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for having me. So
absolutely.
Do we
All
want to
right.
have a game of D&D one time though? What do you reckon? We're going to play one day. What do you reckon?
One day we can play, yes.
One
Not
day.
when I randomly decide to do a comic thing, though. Chris did
Just
claim the
joking.
bard. Chris wants the bard if we do it.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Christopher
bard.
wants the
I'll sing for
bard.
you guys.
Well, I'm live for another 27 days, or 26 days. So if you want to do it in between, then we could do a YouTube live stream, like
We'll
you and
see
me.
what we could do. But
Yeah,
Tom, why'd you go live randomly? I didn't know about this. What's going on?
I don't know how random it is. We've been talking about it for months.
I don't listen.
And listen,
like,
you're so lucky that I did, because what kind of a Kickstarter show is this without any freaking bad girls on it? You are so
Right, it's
lucky I'm
true.
here
it's
to
true, it's
save
true.
your show.
I got a sexy cover though.
Oh, do you?
I do.
I don't believe you.
I do. I do. It's my best sexy cover yet. So you'll see. So what's going on over here?
All right. Well, this is our this is what's become an annual event for us. Back in 2021, we did a little thing called Camp Crossover, where we did a parody of, essentially like old 80s camp movies like Meatballs and, Ernest Goes to Camp and stuff like that. And it was a big hit. We took all of our characters from all of our different weird worlds and just essentially sent them all to summer camp. It's parody. It's fun. This particular one focuses on 3 special days out of the year as well. That's another thing we've been doing. There's always like Batman Day and Friday the 13th and, all these things that everybody does. So a few years ago, I was like, there's got to be cooler days than just these same things that everybody else does. And so I came across stuff like Goth Day, which we adopted to become something that we do every year. And then the calendar is just loaded with stuff like Bikini Day and Marshmallow Day, and just, it's insane. So this book is our summer camp book, but it also celebrates National Drive-In Day, which is today, Skateboard Day, which is the 21st, and then Catnip Awareness Day, which is June, I think it's the 15th. So just 3 fun sort of days wrapped up into.
Wait, hold
you
on,
know-
hold on. You can't just skip past that. Like, are we aware that catnip exists? Is it a threat to cats? Like, I have a lot of questions.
It is. It's sort of like, dare to keep your kids off drugs, right? It's the same thing. It's dare to keep your cat off of catnip. Yeah, that is what catnip awareness is basically.
Okay.
But for us, we have a character called Catnip, which is that girl in the black. So it all worked out just fine for us.
Because not a year goes by where I don't hear about some cat. I don't care which one that went wild on catnip.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's like channels devoted to cats on catnip, on online. So yeah, it's an epidemic and a problem, Travis.
I was not aware. Why the hell am I wasting my time selling comics when I'd be watching catnip videos?
This is it. I mean, you could be selling catnip, Travis. That's
true.
that's the real money.
Become a dealer.
Mm-hmm.
So is this a 3-day campaign? What are we talking here?
It is a 16-day campaign. Yeah, we're going to end this on the 22nd. So that'll get us through all of the days and give us one bonus day to kind of wrap it up on a Saturday. Every backer for the first 24 hours gets that Wizard mock-up trading card. We've been doing those all year long. It's like the old Wizard covers. Everybody seems to like them. So I was like, yeah, we can make a set out of those. So first 24 hours, all backers automatically get one of those cards. And then so it's more than 24 hours because normally we do them on day one, but because I launched this late in the day, I was like, it's fine. Tomorrow night we'll cut it off.
Nice. And now I'm going to say this vaguely. This crossover is just your stuff. I know back in the day it used to be you and somebody else.
Yeah.
Stuff,
Well,
right?
yeah. Camp Crossover was the name of our camp, and the whole idea is that all of our characters crossover in ways that they can't do in our regular comics because Critter does not exist in the world that Ursa Minor does, and so that's one of the fun things about this is we get to just pull all these characters out of their normal habitats and just have fun with them in this this summer camp environment, which has been a lot of fun to write. And then when you include all of the weird days that we've done, and it's not like we did Video Games Day last year, which also we put in a little tribute to the 40th anniversary of National Lampoon's Vacation. So we add little things like that into them. It's been a fun experiment in learning how to write all this kind of stuff, like short stories and just incorporating all this oddity into it.
Nice. And then all your other good stuff.
Yeah, if you want to check out some of the other books that we do, we've got some back issues in different series. Just try out the Big Dog Inc. universe kind of in general as well. Yeah. And then this will lead us into July. We're going to do another campaign in July next month, which will be, it's our 14-year anniversary for the company. So we now do an anthology. Last year was BD 13. This year it'll be BD 14. And it's a 3-story anthology using characters from from 3 of the different books. And that'll be launching July 13th. So that'll be fun too.
Nice.
But this is a really small campaign. There's only like 5 covers. It's only a 16-day campaign. Super easy to get involved and just try out and have a little fun with what we do. And we do this every year, at least once a year, all these little weird camp crossover things.
All right. Well, hold on. I got to address a situation, so I got to get myself big. Motherfuckers, I am talking here. I wrote down shit for him, and then someone backed. I don't know who you are, but fuck you, because now I've got to up Tom's number and ruin my whole thing here because you decided to back Tom's thing. Fucking bastard.
Selfish.
I'm so sorry that happened to you, Tom.
I bet they wear button play jeans.
They were butterfly jeans.
That's it. When I go to Italy, I'm sending you all buttonflies.
Just bring home the whole stock. I'm sure they hand them out on the street corner.
They do.
I just got a backer, guys, as well. So I don't know if that's because of you guys, but I just got a big backer.
We're not.
Of course, it was because.
Of course, it was.
I just went and checked it, and I got 5.
We're gonna address all that. Hold on, shh, we're not there yet, guys. It's not time for that. I had to yell specifically at the person who messed up me writing something down. That's it. So you're at 25. I gotta say it fast for someone backs you again, Tom. We're at 59 backers.
No, we're at 60 backers. No, we're at 60.
Damn it! Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right. We're at 605 at 60 backers. We're going to get to 61 backers at $2,615. Okay. All right. I've written it down. You
There's
bastards.
another. When we're done looking at this one, there's another link in the.
I saw
in the
your
chat.
link. He's not here. I don't know
Oh,
why.
Travis, wait, I'm at 61.
No, I already wrote it down. That one's mine. That came
I'm
from
just gonna
me.
keep sending Tom $1. No, he's at 60.
$1.
No, he's at 67.
If you guys are worried, by the way, the Celtics won. If you guys are concerned, I'm happy to inform you. All right. I'm going to do mine. I will get to Alan's because you know how much I love Alan in my heart. But I'm going to do mine first because I actually showed up. All right.
Oh yeah, this supposed sexy cover, right?
Yeah, no. Wait, hold on. I'm going to show my sexy cover here.
Okay.
It's the Nazi lady, right?
What
Is
is
it a
that?
button fly cover?
Is that sexy?
I mean, it's skin. I don't know if we'd
That's-
call that sexy, would we?
Oh, you wanted like nude? No, I didn't do.
no, it doesn't have to be nude. Of course not. But it's a lot of skin. It's more skin than
That's a
you've probably
sexy
ever
cover.
shown on a cover before, right?
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Especially for this series. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, sexy is in the eye of the
Good.
beholder. I think it's
it's
sexy.
it's eye catching for sure, Travis.
I'm
Eye-catching.
working on the sexy. All right, I'm
Okay,
working.
All
on
right,
it.
all right.
bringing
One
sexy
step
back,
at a time.
some say.
One step at a time.
I figured I needed to go the opposite since I brought a Nazi chick. You know, you need to, that's not going to bring the boys to the yard. I don't think. I mean, it will.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Right.
Is it
will
wrong to
bring
say
some
the
boys to
Nazi
yard.
chick's the sexier one?
You might want to know who it brings in, but it'll bring them in.
Right. So if you don't know me, I don't know why you'd be watching this, but I write Granite State Punk. Granite State Punk is a punk rock book set in the most punk rock state of all, New Hampshire. Live free or die. Very, very punk rock. We are at our 4th issue. Only posers fall in love. And what this is about is about our boy Zeke. Zeke has been around for a bit. Zeke has accidentally fallen in love because that happens. And like any respectful person who falls in love, they have to rethink everything they've ever done and revisit all girlfriends of ex past. One of his ex-girlfriends happens to be Nazi. So he has to deal with that and try to figure out how he feels about that situation and what he may have done to cause that to happen. So that's what we're dealing with this issue. We have all 3 old back issues. Some great art in here. There is some not safe for work content. Look, we've got some sexy time. Still block out some stuff. We have multiple pages of sexy time, as you see. So I do have some not safe for work stuff, which is not my norm, but I do it. We have some great covers. We've got that. We've got, I love this cover. It's fantastic. It's actually a page in the book, but I had to make it a cover. And then we have our Captain America because we're dealing with Nazis.
love
We got
that.
Nazis, right?
I love that cover.
Isn't it great?
It's so cool.
It's so good. And this is a little known Rancid album. Homage. We've been doing Rancid homages. I don't know why Rancid particularly, but that's what
They
we do.
rock. They rock.
No, dude, Rancid's one of my favorite, but why I'm only doing Rancid covers, I don't have a reason. It just started. I just kept going, you know, because there's some great Ramones covers, some great Sex Pistols covers that I could be doing. But yeah,
Dead Kennedy.
Kennedy's, yeah.
I have a real question about this book.
Yeah.
For anyone who hasn't read Granite State Punk yet, because I know originally it was kind of presented as like a one and done adventure. At least the first one was like a story. And so, can you read this new issue without having read the previous ones?
You can, but you'll get more out of each one you read. We do kind of a little recap. They're all one shots, but they're all self-contained on purpose. Try to help people understand and get the stuff. But yeah, absolutely, you could read it. Obviously, you'll get more out of it if you've read the other ones. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Travis, I see you don't have a video. I know somebody who can make a perfect video for you. His name is have you met him?
Christopher.
I mean, especially for your book, you can burn all kinds of stuff.
Exactly. We can set all kinds of shit on fire for this.
The other thing I want to show you guys too that I have on this campaign, which is a one-of-a-kind item that I haven't done a good job promoting on the campaign, but I'm gonna push it next week. is this. If you would like a 10.0 slab,
That's
100%
beautiful.
official from CGC. There is a little sticker here from CGC that says "Do not encapsulate sticky substance." Please ignore that. Ignore that.
Yeah,
but
I
this
want
is,
that.
This is here. It's great. It is signed by everyone. You know,
That's awesome.
it's a great CGC. This is a one of a kind item. In all honesty, we have destroyed this comic. So I met the whole team was here, and we destroyed this comic. We have put pizza on it. We've run it over with cars. We have stomped on it. We have had the sticky substance. We're not going to talk about that. There's a lot of things on this, but this is the most punk rock version of this.
See, that should have been your video, Travis.
Be remade.
That's your video. You should have been driving over it,
right?
Spitting on it, putting your coffee rings on it.
But this is a 10.0.
A 10.0.
This is a 10.0.
What you mean? It doesn't go to 11?
A punk rock 10.0.
It does not go to
11.0.
This is punk rock perfect.
It's called Lick My Love Pump.
It even has a phone number on there if you want to call it up. Something happens if you call that phone number.
Hey, now.
So, yeah, I'll even put it for a good time. Call that. That's a 6 New Hampshire.
X-Men.
Oh,
I call no
It actually leads somewhere. But yeah, this is a great thing. So you want that and you get all the coverage. $350, which is a hell of a steal.
I fully endorse this product. As you can see, we crossed over
look
in
at
the back.
that.
I got my
That's
Grand
legit.
State from Six of Doom picks. We should have probably planned and done something else together, but we're stupid.
Well, I don't know what I'm watching. I just do things. I don't have a plan. Like Caleb and like Mike Tenner and all those people, they have plans. And Tom, they can tell you what their year looks like. I have things on a board, but those things are not what they're gonna be. That's just to make Jerome feel happy for lettering, so he doesn't feel like he has to work so hard. It's just a giant big con. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. I'm going to be honest, I'm a little nervous about it because of the Nazi content. In fact, me saying Nazi, probably YouTube and Facebook is like, let's slow that down the algorithm real quick.
My son would love it.
But yeah, we agree with it. We love this book. In fact, this book, if you didn't know, Gerald, this was for Black Caravan. If you've been friends with him for a long time, this was
Yeah. Okay.
This was signed for Black Caravan before the split, and then it didn't happen.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
The book is still with Scout. We don't like to talk about that. But yeah, probably should have said that live, but fuck it, it's live.
I didn't sign an NDA, so
the beer, the Dunkin' Donut hour is over for Travis. He's into the alcohol stage of the day.
I've had one Guinness and I haven't even finished it yet.
Oh, this is just normally how you are. I forgot.
We're at, it's just my normal set of insanity. So we're at 2,069. That's for you, Caleb. Look at that.
There you go. You're done. You'd achieved it.
Yeah. At 113, trying to get a couple backers tonight. So let's try to get to 113 backers, and we'll try to get to $2,689. See what happens. I'll share that out to everybody. Apparently, I shared it to our private chat instead of to the internets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I feel bad. I was it's been bouncing around between Kickstarter and direct market. I know you do a bunch of different things, so I believe I missed the last one. Coven was the second one, right?
The third one. Third one is the Coven. Second one was Breaking Edge.
Oh, then I think I missed Breaking Edge. I might have skipped over one.
No, I think Breaking Edge is when we did the crossover. So I think you missed the last two, which is Coven and.
No, I definitely read the one with the witch, but I don't remember. I got to catch up.
There's witches in the first two.
Got it.
I think Anthony exploded.
I know it's confusing. The Coven has a bunch of witches because, it's just, he's a witch. So there's witches everywhere, John. But we've gone through the list. Alan Dunford apparently has appeared in the chat. A wild Alan Dunford. Hello, Alan Dunford. How are you?
Hello. I live in West Virginia, I think. And I write cool horror comics.
Yeah, what cool horror comic do you have, Alan Dunford?
Grandma Chainsaw #4,
Okay.
and you can get the trade paperback. This is a super dope book. This is the last issue in their horror series about a grandma who's evil and has a chainsaw. And there's like a bunch of anime guys who are trying to kill her.
Let me go back this right now.
It's really good. This book is legit. Alan, plus Brian Belando is the artist, and Brian Belando is exceptionally talented. I love him. I've got or I should say rather, Caleb Palmquist hired him to do a couple variant covers for some upcoming stuff. Yeah, anyway, you guys should definitely check out Grandma Chainsaw. It deserves.
Well, and Alan, I want to let you know you're one of my favorite writers in the scene. I really appreciate all the stuff you do.
Thank you. Yeah, no, Alan, for real, Alan is incredibly talented. He's got a lot of good ideas, and he's very funny. And we co-wrote a book together, and he did all the funny parts, and I did all the emotional character beats, and he did the funny bits, and so that worked out pretty well between the two of us. Anyway, so yeah, that's my little plug for.
Well, I've shared that out in the challenge. Everybody shared it. We'll see what happens. But it's time to start yelling at people, going through the list, seeing if everybody's got money. This is about wife yelling time for Rob, so we got to get Rob off as quickly as possible. Getting about that time. John already got yelled at by his wife. That's why we missed.
Oh, I forgot to mention that my Camp Crossover book, it's a prequel to a book I'm doing called Daywolf.
What is Daywolf about?
Oh, I can't tell you that yet.
Nightwolf.
That's too far down the line. I can't do spoilers yet.
Right.
But it has to do with a wolf in the day.
It's what happens when my wife threatens me to quit doing this and I sell my rights to Tom.
All right. So here's the big thing. Here's where it gets rough. Christopher and Gerald, and this is where I see whether or not I'm fucking worth a damn. I've been yelling at people, sharing stuff out, and we're seeing whether or not you have wasted the last little bit of your life or not.
No,
so
man.
we're gonna learn that together.
It's no waste.
You don't know that. I've been through a divorce, and she has told me in great detail how much of a waste of time I am.
I've been there.
My child.
So you do have an STD.
I do.
I really want that T-shirt.
My current wife does love me a lot, though. She likes me around, so I got that going for me.
Can I announce my next book before we do that?
Sure.
Lunchtime Wolf.
Lunchtime Wolf. Okay.
We're building your entire universe right here for you.
Right here.
Okay. Steven, I think
Night
a better title would be
Nap
High
Wolf,
Noon.
you know.
High Noon.
High Noon. High Noon.
I knew.
High Noon.
The shit just writes itself.
In Dusk Wolf.
No wonder you're on like issue 10. I mean, it's just,
All right.
We already do brunch.
So when we started this, Nightwolf was at 11,519, 212 backers. I promised him 213 backers. Let's see if anything has happened over here.
The cricket's back.
The cricket's back.
I brought it back for Travis.
Thank you. We've got a little bit of love. It looks like someone got you to 213 to not be yelled at.
Somebody called me out on that $1 just to make it even.
But let's share that out again.
That is true.
Let's see if we can share it out again to do a little better than that. Tell us about it one more time, because we didn't quite hit what we needed to hit.
So this story is about a young man who finds out he's born a werewolf, gets thrown into a supernatural war against demons, witches, vampires, other werewolves. He doesn't just wear his werewolf at night. He actually does have he can change at will at any time.
Like in the day?
Oh, yeah.
That's really cutting into Tom's book and kind of rude. But that's fine.
You're going to get a cease and desist.
But particularly in the fall, if you've ever noticed that, like, my backgrounds usually have fall foliage. I'm going to just change it to fall wolf. But yeah, no, seriously, it's again, we're 8 issues in. This volume 2 collects the issues 5 through 8, volume 1, 1 through 4. It's both volumes are 152 pages, contain 16 bonus story pages and pinup art, totaling 152. They both have beautiful die cut that you can play around with, put your face through, all the fun stuff, plus read it. And it's a connecting cover. And we also have a gorgeous set of soft covers as well. And then if you are new to the Nightwolf series and you want to collect if you're like a diehard collector and you want everything, I mean, we got everything, including the kitchen sink, all the variants, all the single issues, including the spin-off series Snowpaw, and its variant covers.
And there's all these crossover too, guys.
I do, yeah. Like I this time I think I just went overboard on the crossovers. Like I did what people are like, "Hey, you want to do it?" I'm like, "Sure." And then the art wasn't done. I was going live, and then all of a sudden somebody was like, "Oh yeah, let's do this." And yeah, they all just started coming out at the same time.
I'll get you one tomorrow. So, well, yeah, looks good. I'm excited. But let's see if we can get you a little bit more. I shared it out, guys. If you can we can get up 24-14. What we got here? Fighter of the Night Man, Champion of the Sun. We got all right. We got some singing some Dayman. Can this guy change form, or is he stuck as a wolf?
He can change form back and forth at will.
So only if Will's around. Who's Will? Is he the side character?
Apparently, he's friends with Alan.
Confusing.
I think Caleb knows Will.
I mean, my character can change back and forth from a unicorn at will. So, who came first?
Is it the same Will that Rob's here?
Is that a Wernicorn? Like, what is that?
You got to read my book to find that out.
Next up on our list, we had Clove Hitch, not Clover Hitch, because that's offensive to Mr. Christopher.
Either or.
No, it's not what you said earlier.
Is there
Dude,
a
I love
cricket?
that cricket. So I love that cricket. Leave it alone. You are at 57 and you're at 59. So you're good.
I mean, you're only 10 away from that guy's face in the cover being appropriate.
But dude, we can mark you off our list, so we can go here. And I can cross you off. Look at that. We've achieved your thing. You want to tell everyone about yourself one more time, real quick, Christopher?
Oh, just real quick, yeah. If you guys want to make a comic book, just film yourself lighting stuff on fire, and that's all you have to do.
Right.
But,
That's right.
Yeah. So enjoy.
I might figure out how to do that next year for next year's camp crossover. I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder for a cardboard on fire video.
One thing I will say, this was supposed to
Could you light me on fire? That would be something.
Okay, calm down.
feel like that would
Everything
be,
out of your mouth
Arthur.
is morbid. Everything.
Extreme, I think.
I know. I'm a little more. I'm a morbid person. I'm sorry.
I love it. Calm down. One thing I do want to say is it was supposed to be a graphic novel. We cut it in half, so the next issue we'll finish it out, and it won't be some kind of long stretching thing. We'll have 2 issues, call it a day.
But then what will happen to the little videos?
He's gonna use his services for everybody else now who wants to copy.
Yeah,
it.
everyone else.
Right,
Yeah,
that's right. Now he's a content creator.
There we go.
We can just pull the same video
Yeah.
and just put it on our campaign.
Over and over.
So John's not here, but he was at 33 backers, and we got him to 34 backers. So he is. I can mark him off the list, which is good. I'm gonna share him through the link, but we got him off the list. Accomplishing shit, getting shit done, not having to yell at people. Things are good. Things are good. Share that out. Zoop's hard.
Yeah.
It's a great platform, but it's tough.
There's not an audience there.
It's hard to pull people away from Kickstarter because they're like the people who are on
Yeah.
Kickstarter are comfortable with it.
Right.
Trying to get
Well,
them to
but-
switch.
Plus, also though, you did Drug 6 of Doom on Kickstarter already.
Yeah, he had it
Yeah,
on
so
it.
this is like a second chance
he did.
thing, and anytime you do like a second
No,
chance,
this is
thing,
a new.
No.
No,
This
it's not. It's not. Yeah.
new.
Oh, this is a new issue. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. But did you do this issue on Kickstarter?
He's not here
Yeah,
anymore.
he's not here.
Oh, he's not here. Okay.
John is one of those people who, regardless if you give him all the facts, he's going to go against the grain because he wants to be his own path. Just John. I like him, but that's what he does. And he's doing his book, and I hope it does well. I want it to do well. I like the series. But even me, who loves the series, I don't want that money out of my account until towards the end of the campaign, so I'm going to wait. So,
Does Zoop take it out right away?
right away, yeah, just like all the other stuff, yeah.
Mm.
All right. Our second first-time creator here, who was afraid to draw his own stuff, even though he's fucking amazing. So I'm very confused by that. But you were at 72 backers. You were at 73. We promised you 2,400. You're at 2,435. So you're killing it.
Are you?
It was my
Were you an
mom.
illustrator before this?
I was a cartoonist and a fine art painter.
Okay.
So and then I moved into digital painting, and people didn't really like my digital paintings because they look like comic books in a way. Because it was very different than the fine art I was making, and I mean I've been drawing since I was 5 years old.
Sure.
So it was-
yeah.
Well, if your digital painting looks like comic books, this is a brilliant career move.
Yeah, and so I mean I just messed around, and anyway, so yeah. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy with that. I mean, you know, what I love about comics, though, is like, you know, sure, if I just see my black and whites, I mean, yeah, they're cool, but when the coloring and the lettering, everything gets in there, then it's like real, for me, is like, that's like the real art. It doesn't really like come alive until I see like, you know, I get the lettered pages back and I'm like, you know, then I'm like very happy for the day. It's like definitely a team thing.
That is true.
You know, your art style reminds me of I don't know if a lot of Mark Millar's books look like this. So it
Well,
kind
he-
of feels like a Mark Millar book.
Oh, interesting.
I don't consider that a good thing or bad thing. Depends how you feel about Mark Millar, but
Well, I love Mark Millar. I mean, many years ago. I mean, I loved him. I haven't read too much. I mean, I love Magic Order. It's one of my favorite books of all time.
yeah, it's a good series. All 3 volumes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love this book, and I'm happy to mark you off the list, man.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm having fun just hanging out with y'all. So anything past that is just gravy to me.
All right. That done. All right. Caleb. I bet
That's
you.
my name.
Did I let you down? What are we doing? How are we doing?
I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Probably not.
All right. I hope not. I don't want to let you down. I've invested a lot in our friendship. I mean, you never call or write or anything, but every time I'm doing one of these, you message me and go, "Hey, what's up?" So I mean,
Yeah, that's right. I never message.
that's not true. That's not true. You messaged me. All right, you wanted I wanted to get 240. 240. You are at 240. We're good. Everybody here? Caleb's quiet.
Oh, I thought you guys were all quiet. You guys all became little
You
circles.
froze for a minute, man.
Yeah.
Medusa,
I
we all
Oh, it's
froze.
me. I'm the problem. It's me.
I mean, you probably looked at your own book face.
All right, but yes, we've achieved your goal, which is great. We got you the one
Sweet.
backer, got you a little bit.
Great.
You want to tell people about it again, though, for people who may have missed it?
It's about Medusa. She's.
Oh, actually, we got to go back to Jared after. We didn't have him go through it again. We need to do that. But go
Wait,
ahead.
what happened?
We didn't have you go through your book. Tell people about it.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
But just
Medusa.
curious.
Can I speak?
What kind of jeans are you wearing? A zipper or button?
I didn't even know button flies were a thing. So
All right, you're fair. Go ahead.
I'm maybe too young for that. Medusa is about Medusa. Only now she's basically Lara Croft, and she's a globe-trotting treasure hunter, but she's also on a mission of revenge to kill Poseidon. It's a 40-page, giant-sized comic book. and you can also get remastered versions of my 2 anthologies that I did called Modern Mythology Hero's Journey and Modern Mythology Folklore Retold. And one of those books even has a Travis Gibbs story in it.
Woo!
So that's it.
And to tie that story to back to Mortal Coil is it's Norse partly.
That's true. Your story is very interesting. It had a bunch of different stuff in it. Travis's story did. But yeah, for sure.
So yes, tell us about this book one more time so people know about it so they can back it.
Okay, Immortal Coil. It is the premise. First Ragnarok was a hoax. So really, it's about all the children of the Norse gods that most people know, but it's really about their children. Loki awakening Hel because Loki's going to sacrifice himself to be the avatar of the faceless god to bring about the second coming of Ragnarok that no one can stop. And the only hope is Odin waking up Thor's children who have been asleep in human hosts for over 1,000 years.
Nice. I love it. I backed it. I think more people should back it. Sounds great.
And by the way, because you're looking through it too, I just want to say, like, when people see the Faceless God cover, I didn't do that art. That's Christian Dabari and Simon Gow. I did all the other covers.
All of it's beautiful.
But Christian and I go way back, so I had to tag him to do a cover.
Yeah, I mean but your art looks great. Everything looks great, man. It's a great book.
Well, I appreciate it. I feel like this was like sort of like a coming out party. Like, okay, as I'm older than most people think, and it's like it's now or never. So if people go, it sucks, cool, I'll move on and just hang out with my kids. And if people like it, I'll just keep doing it.
Then he's like, screw them kids.
All right.
So real quick, speaking of you don't need to bring it up, but speaking of Schmalky, he also has a pretty cool campaign live. And if you back the Immortal Coil, I think there's a link to it on there.
Yeah, there is, and we collaborated on a print. If you can still see it, I did the left half, he did the right half, and we took our female sort of villains and combined them into like sort of one head, and it was available for only 48 hours. So we planned it, we launched the same day, and so for 48 hours it was available. It's like a free reward as long as you back the book. Just put it right in the book, but now that's gone. So yeah, but you can still back his campaign. He doesn't need it though. He funded in 30 minutes, so he's doing just fine.
Sure. Yeah, no, he did. It's true. He doesn't need it, but his book is really cool. I got his hardback of his first volume.
I love that story.
Yeah.
Well, the new one is even better. Though We Don't Kill Spiders, Season of the Witch. I mean, one thing I love about Joseph, and he's not here, but and I don't care. I'd say it if I didn't even know him. Is like every book he does, he gets better. It's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree with that, but I think the pairing between him and Rich Woodall, they're two drastically different styles for Electric Black is the sweet spot. Like there's just something.
Yeah.
There's just something about that pair is good.
Fun story about Schmalky is at Heroes Con in 2019, for the first time ever at a con, I put up, just for as a lark, I put up had a print of an original piece of art that I did, and he was the only person who bought one. But it was very nice of him to do that.
Yeah, he's definitely a great guy. I've met him once at a con, and I've gotten a couple covers done by him. He's like one of the coolest dudes.
Yeah, solid guy.
Well, Smoky, you're not here, but we love you.
Yeah.
I mean, I can call him, but he's an old man. He's in bed by now. Most of the time, not all.
Or he's drinking, so I don't know yet.
Right. Or you don't want to talk to him because he'll
That's right.
You conspiracy theories. All right. So you're at 64 backers now. Still messing up the system. Oh, you guys can't see this. There you go. Tom.
Yep.
Well, you just launched what today, Tom?
What are you doing here, Tom?
We launched about 3.5 hours ago.
Oh yeah, he's got the first day numbers, Travis. You can't keep up with that.
Tom, you're just-
Yeah,
But all the
Wait
backers he
for
got
it.
during this stream were because of Travis. though,
that is
to be
correct.
clear.
That is correct.
okay.
And he will take credit for them all.
I am basically for the last few campaigns really keeping Black Dog Inc. afloat, and I'm very proud of it. He's appeared on the last few, and I'm just happy to do my part. You know,
Yeah, thank God for Travis. I mean, really. I don't know where we'd be.
right,
We wouldn't have any backers.
right, not zero.
Tom's 3 away from that guy's face in the other campaign.
So tell us about what's going on here.
Yeah, we're rolling along. This is our summer camp parody, guys. If you just like kind of fun comic stuff, you don't need to really know anything about Big Dog Inc. You can just come in here and enjoy a fun story about skateboards and drive-in theaters and stuff. There's some great covers by Mars Foong, Narsleo Sousa, Aizaneto Adamar, Joel Souza, and MR Gunn does our skateboard cover with Schoolgirl, but it's also a little tribute to Napoleon Dynamite. As you can see, she's got her Vote for Critter t-shirt on. So it's the 20th anniversary of Napoleon Dynamite. So we did a little nod to that movie as well. There's a few foils available. There's some back issues. It's a very, very easy campaign. Just 5 new covers. If you're a completist, very easy. There's 5 covers. You're in, you're out, you're done. But if you like the fancy stuff, we do foils and stuff like that too. And if you back in the first 24 hours, everybody automatically just gets one of those right there, one of those wizard trading cards. It's not a stretch goal. It's an automatic thing. If you are in the next 24 hours, you'll get one of those free and clear.
All right.
Hey Travis, in case you knew what that ding was, that was a text from the wife saying she'll be in 5 minutes to yell at me.
Rob, do you want to say goodnight?
Yeah, might as well cushion the blow.
It's the anniversary. We'll let you go now.
What? Is it for real?
Yes, 10 years of marriage, and he's spending it with us.
Our
Shut up.
10th anniversary. But we're not really celebrating because we lost one of
Because
our
it's been 10 years.
Yeah, right. It's like, hi, good morning, get out of here.
Happy anniversary, Rob.
Happy anniversary.
Night, fellas.
Night, Rob.
We'll see ya.
Travis, I am actually also going to sign off because I got actually a very similar text, not about my dog dying, but about my wife wanting to hang out with me. So.
Oh, is that what happened? His dog passed away?
Yes.
Oh, man.
You're very insensitive.
No, I didn't say that.
Steven was aggressive like 10 years now. Your marriage, whatever, just sham. And then the dog, Steven's like, oh my God. All right, you can go, Caleb. That's fine.
Well,
this is our relationship.
You're dismissed.
Been a wonderful 2 hours, but yeah, some great books.
We're almost finished. We're gonna go.
Yours too, man.
Yeah.
The Grandma
Thank you.
Chainsaw. I need it.
Yes, go back Alan's book. That's why I came here tonight. Really was to.
It's for
promote
Alan.
Alan's book. Yeah.
Alan can come himself. Like I don't disinvite him.
He has a new baby, so
Bring the
be nice
baby.
to him. Bring the baby. Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Just see if it's gonna have to stop swearing if the baby comes. That's the only thing that's gonna change.
Have a good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.
All right. Next up, I have Monster Matador. I know I went out of order a little bit.
That's all right. I'm on California time. Most of you guys are East Coast.
Because you had the Bitly.
Oh,
The Bitly link. I love the cricket. It's my favorite. All right. So you have nothing that's fucking. Oh my God. I knew this was gonna happen. I fucking knew it. All right. Guys, I'm going to show you something here. Look at this guy's face. This is Christopher. He doesn't know me at all. Just showing up for the first time. This Gerald right here has a wonderful cricket, been singing songs the whole time. And you know what you guys fucking did? You guys embarrassed me in front of them. They could have been my new friends. They would have been like, hey, Travis is the greatest comic creator in the world. But no, because you fucked up and you didn't back Stephen Prince's fucking stupid Monster Matador book, now nobody likes me. And it's bullshit. Like he's done books and you know he's gonna get more backers. Like, throw him a fucking book, dude. Like, I only put a $10 fucking minimum on it. Shit. Like, come on. We come here, we try to get amusing, we've talked about button flies, and you embarrass me in front of my fucking friend. Yeah, did you know? I had an Australian friend who does fucking games right here, Anthony, just sitting here. He's like, I want to come on your show and do games. He's embarrassed me. I am embarrassed in another fucking country because of this shit. And it's so frustrating that you guys would do this to me. And I come on here and share my time. I paid $35 for StreamYard, and not one of you guys would give fucking $1 to fucking Stephen Prince and his California Monster Matador. So I'm gonna let him pitch it one more time to give you one more fucking try. But Jesus,
you see, every time I'm on here, you keep talking about Kardashians, and people think like I'm rolling in in Kardashian money, but I just work for them.
He just does the pools, guy.
I just do the pools, you know.
And he's not even on the show. Like,
and they won't even give me a dime. You know,
you know how many assholes he's had to bleach. You don't get a lot of money for bleaching me.
I asked you not to bring that up, Travis. I asked you not to bring that up. You know, I don't like talking about it. I told that to you in confidence.
It's rough.
You guilt tripped me.
Thank you.
You bastard.
Wow.
You guilt tripped me.
Wow. Thank you. So
Monster Matador is covered, guys.
It's covered. Thank you.
Don't talk about it. I want you to hear about your book. I did all the work.
No, but maybe I'll get more.
The artwork is so good. I'm really love
Thank you.
that artwork.
So the artist is Fabio Alves. He's won a Ringo Award for his cover designs on a book called Banjax. This is basically, it's a Matador versus Kaiju. We've got monster fighting luchadors. We've got a cartel that controls monsters. We've got a treacherous journey across Mexico, and we've got a love letter to Predator that we did in Volume 1, which is Afropocalypse. If you like Kaiju, if you like action, you will love Monster Matador. I don't know how else to sell it. When I do cons, all I say is Matador versus Kaiju, and like it works. So it's kind of my line.
I like it. It's a fun book. I love this cover.
That cover's good. That cover's sick.
So because Travis is so awesome, the artist for this book is going to be drawing a spin-off book for me next year. So that's going to be coming.
It's so good. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
And obviously this homage is good. It's really, really good. And I actually just, for some reason, when you mention something and you see it more, I've seen that Wolverine cover like 4 times in the last 2 weeks. I was like, I never see that Wolverine cover. Why the fuck is that appearing? But yeah, man, this book looks good. I love this book. I'm a big fan. Look, you got your money. I've got you off my list. Never come on my show again. All right.
I'm done.
No, you have to bring it. You have to bring him back, because once I get the books, then we'll talk about the books.
I'm on here all the time. I got nothing better to do.
I pledge that, and I've heard about Monster Matador for a long time, and I'm like, why don't I have this? So I'm like, all right, now is the time to get it, because I like Kaiju. I'm like, Kaiju, that's really all it takes for the most part. And I'm like, I don't know how I haven't ended up with this yet. So yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go down under. We're gonna see how the D20. By the way, I didn't ask is what what D20 is it? Is it 5.0? What is it? 3.5? What is it?
5e, 5th edition.
5e. Okay.
5e, yeah. So, but yeah, we still got all the comics and stuff, and it all ties in with the comic book universe. And these keychains are really cool. So you can wear them as a neck chain as well. You can whack them around your neck and take your dice everywhere with you. You know, just gotta roll your dice. You know.
Here, show it a little bit.
Right, I'm gonna put it around my neck. So that's a dab. And you can put it around your neck like so, and take your dice everywhere. You open it up, and so I designed this. I sculpted it. You open it up, and the dice come out. Some dice there, see, and you put them in there. You don't want to lose them, you know, that's not a good thing. But they have these beautiful magnets in there, so like they seal shut and they don't fall apart. So, you know, yeah, I'm jiggling them, they don't fall apart. So yeah.
So Anthony, I don't know a lot about Australia, but does randomly D&D sessions break out? Like you go to McDonald's and
man, totally.
And someone's like, hey,
you got your necklace.
Yeah, we need a thief for this mission. We don't have any thieves tools, and we need to break this lock. Like figure it out. But only if you have your own dice.
There's a lot of Ren fairs in Australia. There's like two or three in every city. So a lot of people like wearing them at Ren fairs and stuff. And yeah, we because we're an outdoorsy kind of country, and Ren fairs are huge. You know, we actually have like people coming from New Zealand and England to actually fight each other, you know, fighting groups and stuff like that. So it's pretty, you know, like people that dress up as in different types of knights, like, hey, I'm a cataphract, or I'm a this, or I'm a Byzantine knight, or I'm a English knight, or I'm part of the Knights Templar, whatever you want to be a part of. And they just fight each other at these medieval fairs. It's pretty cool. But yeah,
you're making me ask more questions. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Do you think that this could be just more oppression since you were a prison colony and they're just coming down to continue to abuse you? Like, have you ever thought that maybe it's just a con, they call it a Ren fair, but they still want to abuse you?
No, because actually the city I'm in isn't actually a prison colony. We're actually the first proper colony. Adelaide is actually colonized by English people. There's no convicts in Adelaide. So I'm from South Australia. We're the criminal free area. We weren't, you know, the rest of Australia, yes, had prisons and all that, but we were actually a proper colony, you know. We're a bit more English. Hence why I have a bit of an English accent, you know.
Look, my parents were drug addicts, and I lived in the crack free part of the trailer park. But I mean, my dad still did crack.
I love it.
But talking to us about D&D, sorry, I'm excited.
So what's the question? Like, what do you want to know more about the comics or about the D&D stuff? What do you want to know?
I think D&D. I think.
Well, I have a question for you. I'm assuming that you, for this game setup, it's like, so you need like obviously a group of people.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Right.
So you mean like I grew the audience, or do you mean I?
No. Like, okay, I want to play this game, but I got to find people.
Yes, you need a group of people. Yeah. So,
to play this campaign or whatever.
Yeah, it's usually people that play D&D, but you don't. The good thing about this is this book is like drop in. You don't like you can grab a city and teleport and do some encounters in that city, or you can just grab the items that I've created. Like I've painted all these, illustrated all these items. Cool news. I'm talking to. Well, it's on the cards. I've got a Magic the Gathering artist lined up and a Dungeons and Dragons artist lined up. He's an American, one of your people. He's a good friend of mine. I met in 2018. Back when I did cons, I did New York Comic Con with Tyler James, bumped into him there, and he may be doing an alternate dust jacket artwork if we hit a crazy stretch goal. So, yeah, so that's exciting. Yeah, but anyone can pick up and play. Like anyone that plays D&D, 5e, and they want to, you know, just grab this book. They can plug and play what they want. It goes from level 1 to say 15. And you can use what you want. You can even just grab my monsters. There's about 60 monsters in there. So you can just go, I want to use your monsters in the game or the gods or the bosses or whatever. So there's a whole ton of stuff in there. It's a huge book. I've been doing art probably since about 2009. And so like there's so many illustrations, and I'm like, I have to cut back on art. Like I reckon I could probably win a Guinness Book of Record for the most amount of art in a D&D book. If that was a record, I would break it, because it's not just me, it's my art, but I've hired other artists as well in the past to work on we have a trading card game. Obviously, I've hired other artists in America. So I've got Rob Richardson in America. He's done some art for this as well. So there's a massive team it's a very big international team based in South Australia, in Adelaide, but we have a whole plethora of people from around the world, from Poland to America to Canada to Brazil. It's a huge team on board. So this is like been 10 years in the making. I've been working on Luminous Ages since 2015, the comics and everything. And this is allowing me to push forward with the comics. You know, I ideally actually want to get a publisher. Still want to do Kickstarter as well. But ideally, I'm looking for a publisher because I've got 4 books and they're starting to run out. I'm running out of books. Like, I'll grab some books here. So just to show you. Sorry. So that's the graphic novel right there. That's almost sold out. I literally have 100 out of 2,000 that were printed in COVID. We've got 100 left. That's Tavern of Dreams. There's 30 copies in the world left of the illustrated novel. Then this is sold out, but we're reprinting we've got a soft cover edition of the comic. That's a comic combined with a D&D book. So that's the comic book art. That was done by myself and Dmitry Yakovsky in Poland and Rod Ramos Rodolfo. You guys know Rod Ramos Rodolfo? I think he's done a few of the American shows. So I don't know if you bumped into Rod Ramos. He's helped with that as well. And that was an anthology. So there was creators like that came on board in that anthology as well from around the world. I think, were you talking about Joseph Dewis before? Was it Joseph? He's also done some stories in this book as well. So it's this book sold out, but we're doing another comic anthology reprint of that. And this is why, as you guys know, you stock in your own books. It's good. You know, once you start selling out of stuff, I've been doing this for 10 years. It's like you start pulling your hair out, like, where am I going to find 10 grand to reprint this? I could do another Kickstarter, you know, just for comics, but that's the problem that I'm facing now is like, I've been doing Kickstarter since 2015. I've ran 24 projects. Right. And, you know, I still want to do Kickstarter for the new books, but they're out of circulation and not in print. So I need to get a publisher. So I'm looking for a US publisher now. So if anyone knows any good comics publishers, we've got four books plus little issues. We've even done one on Greek goblins. Oh, this is funny. Wait, Greek goblins. I'll show you a funny one. This is my comedy. So did you know that goblins come from Greek mythology? Did you know that? Who knew that? No? Maybe?
Well, you hear the sound of the cricket.
Yeah, I think the cricket has a very strong opinion about the Greek goblins.
Yeah. There's no way. Anyway, they were known as the Gobaloi. They befriended the goblins of ancient Greece. Befriended Dionysus. They could shapeshift into Dionysus, and they also fought Hercules. Hercules thought they were funny playthings, and he took them to the Queen of Lydia as an offering as well, like to be their servant. But anyway, you know you've got David Bowie, but have you heard of the Greek version of him? David Monobrowy. Nope. I don't know if you know. David Monobrowy.
No.
Yeah, that's David Monobrowy. Okay, so this is a comedy. It sets up the labyrinth and all that sort of stuff. But look at this. Ancient Greece with goblins, you know. So we've got goblins. They made a deal with the Spartans, with the Athenians. There was an island where the goblins existed. They had an island of their own. There's Dionysus as well. So this was actually all illustrated by myself. So I did all this whole book last August. It was cold. It was like the coldest winter in South Australia. And I just stayed in my studio and just painted the crap out of this. We've got Hermes in there. We've got Hercules. We have the Greek Goblin Olympics. So that's basically Hercules doing discus with goblins. So there we go. That's it. Oppa is going. He's spinning them around like little toys. And so that's that one's run out. Like I've got to reprint that as well. So that's that's the goblins with Hercules in their aprons serving the Queen of Lydia. Because I don't know if you know, Hercules served the Queen, if you know what I mean, served her in many ways. Sure. So, anyway, like I said, I may do another big Kickstarter for comics in October to reprint all my issues. Maybe release another comic, maybe part 2 of the Goblins. if you like to see David Bowie and with the Greek version of David Bowie, David Monobrowy, So,
but you grew. You got 2 backers since we did this thing. So
thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I backed you guys as well. Backed the Matador. The Matador looks great. Look, I if it was a bull, I'm one of those vegans or plant-based eaters. If it was a bull, I'd be like, no, I'm a bit funny about that. But he's fighting kaiju, so it's all good. I'll support it. So it's pro-vegan. It's actually pro-vegan because the kaijus will create an imbalance in the natural world. You know what I mean?
So the last one to get off the list is myself.
Thank you for having me, by the way. Thank you for having me. So
always welcome. Yeah. I'll be doing them every week as long as I'm live. So
cool.
Granite State Punk, we did get a backer, but it was just someone giving me $1. So it's not a huge thing, but I appreciate every dollar. So Granite State Punk, tell you more about it. So it's about Zeke. Zeke is so in New Hampshire, which I'm not sure a lot of you guys know about New Hampshire, there is a Old Man in the Mountain. So it's an old like statuesque thing that was carved into a mountain that wasn't really carved. It's kind of man-made, but kind of looked like a face. Well, in real life, it fell off. But in this universe, when it fell off, it unlocked witches that were hiding here from Salem, from New Hampshire. And this guy is the king of the witches, and he's got to kind of deal with that. But unlike a normal book, it's kind of like a mix between Constantine, a little bit of Deadpool with a lot of social viewpoints. I wouldn't say social commentary because he goes back and forth. You can't really figure out where he sits. But like any punk, they have a lot of social opinions. So it's a lot of that. So each issue deals with different supernatural folklore, and then in this one we're dealing with Nazis. He finds that one of his exes is a Nazi, and he's got to deal with that wonderful scenario. So lots of really cool stuff. This is Patrick Brumeyer is very, very cool. He does all the art in these issues. We've done 4, and I love it. And I think this is very sexy, regardless of how many covers that are sexier that Tom may have done. So I want to make that clear.
What about the slab? Show us the slab again.
So it's a slab. And we got this. We got the cap. We got the rancid. Show you the slab.
This thing, it's so beautiful. Like when you posted it the first time, I was like, this thing is gorgeous. If I had the money, that would be hanging on my wall. I swear to God.
How much does that go for?
We're doing $350, but it comes with the set. It comes with the set of books.
Okay.
It's signed. It comes with the set. That's incredible. Like it's
so beautiful. That is so beautiful. That's so cool.
So this right here. So what we did. So what the original plan was, I wanted to get a 0.5. So we trashed it as much as we could, but kept the cover on and certain things. And then it was so funny, like talking to the lady. All right, we're going to sign this, but you need to not verify our signature. So it needs to look like we fucked up. So we did all these things on the form. In fact, on the back, let me show you. On the back, that's the lady from CGC. She signed it as well.
Oh.
And we got it. We dried it. And it says right here, do not encapsulate. So we got it back, and it says, do not encapsulate with the number, so you can look it up for sticky substance. Now, that sticky substance, though it sounds really gross, what it is, he ripped off the on a sticker, they put that clear coating to make it shine a little bit. He ripped it off of the sticker, and that's the sticky substance.
Oh my God.
So
that's
all
amazing.
the nasty things we did to it did not affect it, but that did.
That's incredible.
So we're live. Like I said, I'm a little, being up front, I do a lot of stuff. A little bit nervous about this one because of the subject matter. I do think we have a fan base of it. I just I don't know. I'm worried about. I don't know why I'm worried. I mean,
but why do you think the subject? Because I mean, it's not like you're glorifying them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I just think in this day and age, it's doing anything political too much on one way or the other just seems to be
But it's not I mean, punching Nazis is not political.
I mean,
You know,
I feel that should be a universal truth. Everyone should want to punch Nazis.
It looks. I mean, it looks great. I've been loving the series.
Thank you.
It's a lot of fun. And I love about it. And what I love about a lot of the Kickstarter stuff and coming on your show is just how personal a lot of these stories are for people. You know, and it really elevates everything. So
yeah. I mean, this one's I really I don't do it anymore, but I realized that like I had a pattern for a long time. When every time I got happy in a relationship, I would fuck it self-sabotage. And like finding it out. So I added that to this character. And I know a lot of people who do. In fact, I think everybody does. When we grew up as kids, we all went through a pattern. And then one day we either met someone who was so great that they broke that pattern, or we made someone hurt us so bad that we needed to break our pattern. Like one of the two happened, right? You found someone that was worth breaking that pattern for, or someone hurt you so much that you were like, I can't fucking do that anymore. Like,
yeah.
So I think it's neat, but I love it. Thank you guys for your support. We just did get a backer, so I appreciate that backer. Sorry, I should not be showing backer. Sorry, Anthony.
Don't worry, I just created a second account because I felt bad. And
that's my boy Anthony. He's actually he is our number one fan. When he sees me at MegaCon, he will buy everything he doesn't have.
Nice.
Like the cover, everything.
Gotta love those people. Gotta love those people.
Yeah, he is my super fan. I love him. And I return the favor. I bring him and his wife. I bring sodas to the con to give them. I know what their favorite soda is, and I was like, "Here's a soda. You're gonna be here for a while. Let's browse and talk comics."
I mean, I really love what Tom said probably like 2 hours ago. It was like about was it yesterday? No, it's about comics. Why we love them because, even in that medium, how many different styles there are. Like I feel like, I mean, I've seen Travis your books for a while online, but I didn't know you, and just seeing Anthony is so wild. Like, I mean, your dude's brain is like a computer, man. Like of lore, mythology, and gaming. It's so crazy. It's amazing. And Christopher is so creative, and I love Steve like kaiju and the great art. I mean, it's just so cool to see all the different stuff because I tend to just buy horror comics, like all the time. Well, because I don't see a lot of this stuff in the local comic shop. I mean, there's some stuff I see, but. Just happens to be the kind of book that I will personally like. I like it, but I love Kickstarter, and I'm seeing just a short period of time. Just the variety is insane. I mean, Marshmallow Day. I would never have heard that anywhere else.
Yeah, that sounds like a Catnip Day. I mean, that just sounds so much fun.
And I love that too because I can be really serious and read a lot of horror books and I write a lot of horror and stuff. So reading about Marshmallow Day and handmade puppet theaters on fire and Matadors fighting kaiju and Nazi punks fuck off. I love it.
It's everything that's missing from like the direct market. I feel like.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
It really is. It's those fun, like back in the day, you would get those quirky little specials or those quirky little comics or something. People were willing to take more risks than they do now, and that's what I love about Travis's show and just Kickstarter in general. Is you get exposed to. Because there's like 300 projects right now, so it's easy to kind of miss stuff. So
that's Travis, and that's just Travis alone. The 300.
Yeah, that's just Travis. Yeah, that's just Travis alone. So it's nice to have like a focused show where you're actually sitting with other creators and seeing what they do, and it's really cool.
Yeah, we're actually in sort of there's 279 campaigns right now.
Okay,
which is on the high side of the average. The average is about 250, generally June, July, we see a spike. So I'm kind of curious to see if we hit that over 300. We did have a really weird spike in February and March. Like that went over 300 in February and March. Like,
Yeah,
where did that
January
come
was quiet because I ran in January. It was quiet, and then you're right, February just like boom,
it popped, it went crazy, and then it came right back down to norms. But there was a really weird spike right there, just like last year. Last year was a really weird spike in October and November. It went way over 300 in October and November. I was like, where did that come from? So I'm kind of curious to see if like the patterns are shifting or if those are just anomalies, because I watch this all the time to I'm just kind of curious to see where it all plays out.
I think there's a lot of people just coming into it, but who knows? I mean, it definitely, I think the profile has gotten higher, and I think people are seeing it as an alternative, but I don't, a lot of the projects, I don't know. But, when Skybound comes in and does a big project, that attracts also a lot of people to come in and go, oh, wow. And a lot of, guys who are in the mainstream look at that success and go, oh, well, I can do that. Maybe I'll try that. So that's, I think
there's a lot of big projects right now. Like Dynamite's running a Darkwing Duck thing. Yeah. Aspen is running a Michael Turner Marvel book.
Yeah, G.I. Joe just had that.
G.I. Joe is live right now
in 6 minutes.
Tyrion, some Killing the Children. Boom is doing a whole James Tyrion the Fourth campaign.
Yeah. There's a lot.
So and there's a lot of people that look at that stuff and they're like, "Why are they doing this?" I'm like, because it's a platform for sales. Like it's no longer what it was 10 years ago. This is a sales platform. This is a pre-order platform. It's no different than Diamond and comics at the retail where you order something and it shows up 2 months later. It's the same thing. It's just direct customer.
And they're really they don't have to pay 50%.
That's right. The margins are far better for the creators. Yeah, correct. 100%.
If the creators are getting.
Yeah.
Well, and what I think the other thing is, and thus far we've been very blessed with the people who've come on the platform. They've made, for the most part, they've made something special that you can justify wouldn't sell easily at a comic store. These G.I. Joe volumes at like $200 a piece, they would sit there for a bit, right? You may get a buyer, but you're not going to get a mass quantity. Where this is a great place where people can get something that people want and will invest in, but normally wouldn't spend the money for it and would be a burden on a retailer because they'd have to sit on that knowing that would be a year to sell. They'd probably sell one from somebody who's a hardcore person in the store if they're big enough, and then they'd order two, and that one would sit for a year and a half. So I think it's better for stores and stuff, especially when you talk about things like the Labyrinth that was out stuff. That's not, Labyrinth is a niche, franchise. It has a strong fan base, but that fan base isn't everywhere, right? It's people who really love that movie in New England and then Ohio, and that it's not everywhere you go, Yeah.
Well, I also
you're right. Yeah,
feeling that the beauty about Kickstarter is it really feels communal.
Right.
Yeah.
Like yes, it is like Tom. It is a really great point. It is like just going to Diamond 2 months before and handing in your sheet to your local comic store and saying, yes, in 2 months I want my pull box filled with this. You haven't seen the whole book. You have no idea. But I mean, it has a name behind it. You think it's going to be good, blah, blah. So I mean, you're taking a bigger chance. But I think that's what people like. It's more exciting to see something crazy, or, hey, look, I'm not into horror, but I'm into catnip, so I like that. I'm all in on hot chicks on skateboards with cat ears. I love that.
Who isn't? Right?
Who isn't?
What kind of world are we living in where that can't sell?
Yeah.
But it feels communal, like in a way, like people get a piece of it because if a book does well, or they see you somewhere, it's like, oh my god, I was like you were a part of that.
You're 100% right. Yeah, there are definitely people who enjoy the idea that they are helping something be created. Now, obviously, when we're talking about Darkwing Duck and some of these bigger things, there's less of that. But when you're talking about like guys like us who are just like, I'm going to make a weird thing. Who wants to buy my weird comic book thing? There are people out there that are like, yes, here's my $20. Give me this new weird thing. I want to see it exist. And that's the community that's really growing on Kickstarter and crowdfunding in general, but Kickstarter specifically.
Yeah, I mean, when you're putting $20 for something, you're invested in it.
Right?
You're not just doing it because you want to read it. You're invested in that thing.
Exactly.
And the communal thing is, someone I was on a podcast and they kind of compared it in a little way to like the Marvel bullpen, where, I mean, things like this where you get a bunch of creators together, we're all hanging out and we're talking about each other's stuff. Like, people really react to that. There's something really positive about watching creators just kind of like lifting other creators up. And I think that's really the great thing about Kickstarter is that, we've all built these kind of, our own little communities, but we've all kind of supported each other and lift each other up, which you don't really see that much of in the direct market anymore. Everyone is so focused on, because it's brutal, for those books, and they can't afford to play nice with each other, So,
well, I mean, I've always been in indie comics has always been my main thing anyway. I mean, even when there wasn't a whole lot, to choose from, way before Kickstarter.
Yeah, I think for me, the reason why I do this and all my anthologies and stuff is to build in the community, right? That's why I do the Cthulhu Invades. That's why I do the Horror Holiday Spirits book. That's why I do anything that I include the Hospice, that horror book that we did last year that we kind of put together. It's to build that community and give back in the skills that I have, and trying to figure out how to do that. And I get frustrated. We have a lot
Travis,
what?
I have to interrupt you. I got to tell you why you're not viral yet.
Well, then
Why?
What did you say?
Hey, you haven't. I'm going to tell him why he's not viral yet. Okay.
Hey, I'm ready.
Okay, your Cthulhu Invades Alice in Wonderland. It needs my art on the cover.
Oh, that's why.
Okay, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
I actually have H.P. Lovecraft's birth date, and you're in reverse.
Oh, okay, cool.
20th of August. I don't share his political views, don't worry. Maybe I share his madness and creativity. But 20th of August, 1980. He was born 1890. I suffered night terrors my whole life up until the age of 28. And I did some meditation to counteract that. So, but not only that, I've worked for Disney. I've done Alice in Wonderland art. Have you seen all the Alice stuff that I've done as well?
I've already gone past Wonderland. Wonderland's done. That's over. We're moving on to new things. Yeah,
Cthulhu,
2023.
Cthulhu invades, even better. Cthulhu invades Greece.
No, the next one's Cthulhu Invades Fairy Tales. We got 3 volumes of that.
Cool.
But we can talk about
the offer's there if you want a cover artist. We can work it out. Work out some sort of deal. So, but you need the blessing of.
You lost my whole train of thought. I had this epic.
Sorry,
speech.
man. Sorry.
But no, what I was talking about is I think that, and you can definitely see the people who want community in Kickstarter, the people who don't, and you can see how long they last, right? The people who don't want to be part of any community, and you don't even have to be part of my community. Like Larry Higgins and I do not get along at all. He has his own community. He does fine in his own community. But you've got to have a community. The more you ostracize and say you're better, those people are gone in a year or two, and it's almost comical. And you've got to be somebody beyond yourself. When I look at someone who back stuff, there's a guy who wanted to be on the show tonight. He had 12 campaigns that he's run. He's backed 1. I was like, "You're not welcome on my show, man." And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "You're not. Well, you've taken from it more than you've given." And I'm not asking a lot. I just want your number of backs to be higher than the amount of projects you've created. That's it. It's not a wonder, because I want to see you're giving back and you're not just taking.
There's so much cool stuff out there. So I don't know why you wouldn't want to back other people's stuff.
Yeah.
It's just. I think I've backed so many creators. Comic book creators, RPG people, and it's just like there's just so much cool stuff. Like you can literally see my shelves are full with stuff from Kickstarter, and it's good. It's just inspiration. But yeah, I hear you, man.
Well, my wife gives me an allowance of how much I can do. I back everything and everyone. No, really, because I mean, seriously, it's so much stuff. Even today, before I was here, I was like, "Oh my god, no, I can't back all of this." I just backed like 3 projects. So I was like.
Well, you do get to 10. You do got to get to 10. So there is a thing with 10, and Tom can back it up. There is Kickstarter clubs that they say in their rule book you have to have at least 10 for them to support you.
All right.
Can you
Okay.
have on that? On some of those backer kick clubs when they send those, remember those ones that you join and they try to get you to submit stuff? I haven't seen it in a while, but I still think they still exist. Remember the ones where you can go to their list that they'll send you?
I don't know. Not me.
No, it was actually Tom. If Tom knows, Tom.
You have
You never got the email for the backer kick clubs?
backer kick clubs. No.
See, this is why I need Tyler James here. He'd know everything. So there's backer kick clubs. There's a few clubs. There's about 3 of them, and I can actually show you the links. But in their bylaws, they want someone who's done 10 Kickstarters. So back 2 more for $1.
But what is the club? What is a backer kick club?
They actually request creators, like they'll make deals with creators to like sell to their lists and stuff.
The problem is I can never just give $1 because when I mean, unless it was like someone like, hey, I really believe in this. It's okay if I have the book, but like when I see Granite State Punk and I see like the Matador Monsters, I'm not going to be happy with a PDF. There is no way in hell. And I don't want just the book. Like when I back something, I want, it's got to be like that $30, $40
Yeah, you
thing.
want your
cool
stuff.
cover, the variant. I want to put it away and say I'm happy to back it, but I've got something because I love the art and I love books. So.
Gerald, you've been so sweet all night. I want you to know that I felt the same way about yours. I'm happy with PDFs. I saw yours. I was like, I have to have the physical of this thing because this is the cover was beautiful. So that's where I'm at with that one.
All right, now I gotta find this.
Am I the only person? Are you all writers?
Mm-hmm.
I'm always hanging out with writers all the time. It's so crazy.
Because
I'm an artist.
We want artists drawing. We don't want them on this program. We'll sell the book. You draw. Don't make our pages late, please.
You got work to do.
Well, that's the crazy thing because I love to write and I love storytelling. But right now, when I did the Kickstarter, again, having no idea, first time putting the artwork out there, I'm actually booked up for probably a year. I don't even know if I can get to the second issue of this book.
Wow.
I mean, I'll have to squeeze it in. But, I mean, actually, Joe Nocturno today said, you need to learn the power of the word no. No. So I had, because I wasn't really looking to just draw for other people.
Right.
I'm more nervous to do that. It's okay if I put my name on it. Whatever.
So this is what I'm talking about. If you've never seen it, it's called Backer Club. There's a few of them, and they're actually legit. Believe it or not, I know people spend money. I haven't spent money on them, but I've asked people who I know have done it. And basically, they're just clubs of people who back a lot of Kickstarter. So they find super backers, and they have them. They're just
is that called Backer Club? Is it?
Yeah.
And what sort of cost is it to do Backer Club?
I don't remember. It's pretty inexpensive, and they'll send it to the thing. The problem is, it's really like most things on Kickstarter. Like people don't want to accept this, especially in the comics community. It's really about tech. That's what Kickstarter's really for. I know comics don't want to hear that. They're like, "Why do you make these algorithms?" Because you don't make as much as tech. Why are they banning this one Kickstarter? Because that Kickstarter doesn't matter. If they got rid of all comics, it'd still be $1 billion platform because tech brings in way more than we do every day. We're a fun novelty thing that they like. But yeah, it's mostly tech. But yeah, here, I can send you the link, Anthony.
Thank you.
I'll send it in private chat. But yeah, there's a couple of them too. They're pretty good, but the rule of thumb of that is 10. If you go to Tyler James and the guy who does Comic Launch, he always recommends you have at least 10 backs. Obviously, I'm bad at that. I have thousands, and anyone who knows me knows I back physical. Not at 80%.
Yeah, I back 300 people already.
Yeah, I'm at.
I think I'm back. I'm just looking now. How many?
I'm at 1,100.
Is this a competition?
I'm gonna win.
I'm only 344.
All right, but we're gonna wrap this up because it is that time of night. But I want to appreciate everyone who's been here. I love looking at your stuff. Very nice meeting you, Christopher and Gerald. Like seriously, when I said that, and I want to say this to and Christopher, I've heard about your book since the video. It's in my Substack. You know, people have been. I know you just went to my Substack, but even before it, if you look through the archives, Charlie Stickney talked about your book, and that's a good thing. And Gerald, everyone who I love, who I trust's opinion, backed your book this week. So when I said I've been hearing about you all week, it wasn't me blowing you up. It's the people who I follow, who I respect, backed your book. So
Cool.
You got the Richard Woodalls, you got the Joseph Smelkies, you got all of these guys. The Ron Latari backed it.
It's no Marshmallow Day. I'm sorry.
It is no.
I want to draw something that celebrates Marshmallow Day. I'm going to be obsessed with it. That's it. Tom, give me your email. I don't know what I'm doing. Some sexy marshmallow. I don't know.
Just so you know, August 30th is National Marshmallow Day.
Sweet.
Just so you have it in your head. August 30th.
Tom.
I forgot what it's funny because in Italian, the word marshmallow is still marshmallow. So you can still say it's Marshmallow Day.
Well, how do you say button fly?
I have no idea. I think it's called button fly. Anything like usually around fashion tends to almost stay the same. They just call it jeans, man. It's just called jeans.
They don't put these labels on your jeans, man.
I seriously, I'm wearing jeans from there now. They are button fly.
All right, that's fine.
So, and they come with free pasta.
I judge you accordingly. It's fine. You do you. You do you. I'm proud of you that you're willing to accept that button jeans is something you love and you want in your life. So. But I appreciate all you guys. We are going to wrap up. We're going to close out show. Does anybody have any grievances? Anything they need to say? Steven, I apologize for bringing the butthole situation up. I won't let it happen again. It got heated.
And it was glorious. It was glorious.
Well, we've rolled over 3,000, and I want to thank Travis for getting me all of that money today.
You're welcome. I work really hard for you. If you want to give me a shout out in any book, that's fine. Whatever you need to do to, pay me back, it's fine. But if you do nothing, I'll just, talk about how I do all the good things for you, and you never reciprocate. It's fine.
Take all the credit.
All the credit. None of the blame. If anything's ever lower than you expected, that was because you couldn't make it to my show that week. So that's that. All right. That is it. Tell people where they can find you. First, we'll start with Steven. Where can people find you?
MonsterMatador.com.
Okay.
Did we? I think everyone forgot all the British stuff. Monster Matador on all social media.
Tom, where can they find you?
BigDogInc.com. If you want to get our books, they'll take you right to the web store. Otherwise, we're on all the socials. You can find me. We pretty much live on Facebook. That's where everything starts, and then we're Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all those things.
Anthony, where can we find the games, the comics, and the non-criminal part of Australia?
You can find my art and a majority of my store and stuff at acristoart.com. But I am also on YouTube. If you search Luminous Ages, we're going all in on that. We also have a webcomic for free, luminousages.com. But I mainly update my website, acristoart, so you can find the landing page there to the present Kickstarter, or come and see me on YouTube as well. Maybe Travis will join in on one of our episodes or something. I don't know if he wants to. So
we'll figure it out.
All good, mate.
All right. Christopher's trying to steal the Cloverfield idea, make his own book called Clover. Tried to just a little bit, right?
Cloverfield is one of my favorite movies. It probably plays into it. You can find me on Facebook. Clove Hitch is my Facebook page. And lately, this last week, I've just been sharing all my friends who have helped me get to this point, all their projects. So go check them out, too.
And are you top bunk in this situation? I see the bunk beds. Which are you?
Yeah, no, that's actually my kitchen is the only room with a desk, and I said, "Oh, I gotta try to look professional," and I realized, yeah, there's bunk beds here, so
It's super professional. Like as long as you're top bunk. I mean, I have no
Yeah,
respect
yeah.
for this bottom bunk.
top bunk only.
Gerald and the cricket.
Yes, you could find me in a cardboard box with Stevie, my pet cricket. You've been listening to him. He's been trying to butt in. Shut up, Stevie. No, since this is my first book, I'm not. I mean, I have a website, but I don't really care about it. All the socials, G Von Stoddard, all of them. That's pretty much it. On Instagram, it's G Von Stoddard Art, but I don't really like Instagram too much. But Facebook is primary, so it's just G Von Stoddard.
I could definitely see that you enjoy. Smelky talk a lot. That's how Smelky. He's like, I do all these things. I don't care about any of those. Just, let me tell you about my publishing woes today. All right, that's fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I am Travis Gibb. You can find me at travisgibb.substack. Back Granite State Punk. Get this shenanigans. Get it in your life. Or you could just back regular cover. That's fine too. I don't care. But thank you for coming out. We will be back next Thursday with a whole different group of creators. Anybody who's here, if you're not funded and you need more support, see you next week. If you are funded, if we have room, we'll let you in. But if not, we try to get new creators every time. But thank you guys for coming on. Blessed to be part of the community. Thank you.
Are you still on your
Thank you.
That's a wrap, guys.
Right
That's
on
awesome.
you.
your car?
Bye.
Bye.